Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Push and Strangler Detective Agency with me and Lydia.
Me, who's been sitting here for 35 bloody minutes waiting for you.
Sorry, Lydia. I was otherwise busy. I was occupied in the lavatory doing a poo-poo pee-pee. No, I was doing Triforce.
How was it?
I'm always late to this stream because of Triforce. It was, I don't know, dad rants.
Dad rants?
Well, they put me on a bit of a tangent about being a vegan, and I was like trying to justify myself haphazardly, even though I was kind of embarrassed about it. It was a weird.
You embarrassed about being vegan?
Talked a bit about ParadoxCon.
Yeah, was it good? Had a good time?
Yeah, it was good. It was okay. Anyway, today we are going to carry on our the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker.
I think we're going to finish it today.
I hope so, even though we're starting late.
Well, we're 44% through.
Okay, maybe we're not going to finish it today.
But I think we can just...
You reckon we can figure it out?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think we can do it.
Anyway, talking about madness.
Madness!
I had sometimes in life you have little glimpses of madness.
Okay.
Don't you?
Just little ones?
Yeah, like sometimes you wake up
Yeah.
and you've had a weird dream, and then later on that day you like think about that dream again, and you're like, that was clearly a dream, but also, you know, it was close, sometimes close enough to reality that if it wasn't so weird, I might have thought it was real.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? The only reason I
yeah.
know it was a dream was because it was weird.
Yeah, okay. I know what you mean.
Otherwise, you
I have
might
those
like
kind of dreams.
you might like think that. So I'm guessing what I'm trying to say is that a lot of dreams go into your memories, and people confuse memories and dreams a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, yeah.
It's like where you dream about like someone and then you're in love with that person in the dream and then you see them in real life and you're like, God, I think I'm a little bit in love with you. Like you blend those, like your brain gets, you guys have had that, right? Where you dream about like getting with someone and you see them in real life and you're like, this is confusing. I didn't like you before, but now I think I'm in love with you.
Yeah. Or the opposite of that. Like
Yeah,
someone
they're an
does something
asshole.
annoying in a dream and you see them in real life and you're like, fucking.
Yeah, oh, you prick.
What a guy.
You absolute prick. And they
And
haven't
then
done anything.
You realise that, no, actually, they didn't do that. That was in a dream. I had some weird dreams last night. Like, they involved, you know, there's this thing like called the call of the void.
Yeah.
Where it's like.
You want to jump off.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I, for some reason, someone explained to me that there was this thing called the call of the sea. Right? And for some reason, in my dream, I was jumping off stuff. There's a lot. That's a common thing in dreams that you jump, like you fly or you fall.
Yeah.
That's a common thing, and I think it's to do with like the fear of being a monkey or something like that. It's from our.
What?
It's from our.
It's my fear of being a monkey.
It's from our genetics, like where they were jumping off trees and stuff. You want to be scared of falling.
So you right? So you don't do something stupid.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe
That sounds like a big maybe.
Maybe like the thing is like maybe here's a crazy thing. This probably is bollocks, but obviously if you're a monkey and you fall out of a tree to your death,
Yeah.
you will die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you can imagine in your head the falling and dream it, then it makes you scared of it.
Right.
Even though you've never experienced it, because a lot of animals learn by experience. Like they'll bite something and they'll be like, oh, or like a child will burn their hand.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, I shouldn't do that, or you know, eat a lemon and be like, ugh, that was horrible.
Okay.
Don't eat a lemon again. Okay.
Okay.
Is it just like is that how we as humans ended up developing because of these? I think it's called fictions. It's like one of the things that sets us apart from as humans is like we make fictions, right? And we can like think of things in our head that aren't real. Like a lot of things aren't real. Like
what, like unicorns?
Like money.
Money? What?
And I don't know, like stuff, like things aren't real.
You can't think of something which isn't invented though.
Well, the classic example would be like companies, right? Companies are not real.
They are real.
Well, they're an idea.
What about our company? The Pusher and Strangler company.
Well, that's definitely. I mean, it doesn't have like a physical location.
It is in this room.
But a lot of the things that we've built our society on are not real. And I'm wondering whether dreaming is like this thing that other animals do dream. Like dogs dream that they're running along.
Yeah. Don't animals dream about the day that they're processing it? So if you see them like twitching, they're dreaming about.
Well, that's what a lot of people think. They think that it's like putting your memories away. But I don't know whether it's unconsciously like going through and like making up additional memories or stories that help or teach or help you survive. Like I wonder if like is there any evolutionary benefit to having dreams?
Well, I mean, well, no, because you can't imagine something you can't dream about something that hasn't happened.
But you can remind yourself of things that have happened and keep those fresh in your mind. Like, yeah, definitely don't fall off a tree. I will die.
But why would you need a dream to remind you that?
Well, because otherwise you might forget. Because you might just always be swinging like Tarzan style, like happily, like just getting really cocky, getting really out of control. Then you have a dream, and it's like, oh, what if I fall?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, okay, I've woken up and I'm like, definitely don't want to fall today. And it's like in the back of your mind.
Okay.
And then you don't.
What if
die.
you get like while you dream, you're like you give birth to a dog? What's that saying?
That's just saying don't fuck a dog. I think.
Stop fucking
Don't fuck any dogs.
Don't fuck a dog. Are you late because you've been doing mushrooms?
Well, they were left out. Paul Choi left them out. So let's catch ourselves up.
Okay.
These guys are all mad in various ways. But we don't quite know they're mad.
No.
I'm always like looking for a rational explanation, but sometimes someone comes out with something.
Sometimes people are just crazy. You just gotta accept it.
But my first thought is always, you're crazy. Like, my first thought is always, you're crazy. And then I'm like,
Oh, wait, there's a I don't think she's crazy. Oh, Tits McGee.
For drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did phone on Valentine's Day and ask me for Nathan's number. There was a girl there. Am I wrong to keep the locket? I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I? He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I
I've got my notes.
I set
Oh,
fire.
you idiot.
Okay,
Those
we'll
mushrooms
remember it.
are
Chat,
crumble
you
in
can
your
fill us in
brain.
on what we missed.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Okay, so
Did you know, I don't know how regularly you check your Twitter, but the woman said she'd be on Jingle Jam. Tits McGee, I shouldn't call it that if she comes on Jingle Jam. I never said that.
Tits McGee?
Yeah! She
What?
said she'd come on a stream.
Who?
Tits McGee!
What?
Mariana!
Tits McGee?
Yeah!
She said she'd be on a stream. What?
Yeah.
Get her in, Lydia.
She said on Twitter, someone said, like, tagged her and was like, oh, you should go on a Jingle Jam stream because they love doing these games. And she was like, I'd love to.
We could film our own one.
Yeah!
We could make our own mad FMV
It would be the
game.
most awkward thing ever.
I could make it really shitly. I could like ask her. I
Yeah.
could plan it out. Ask her other questions, film it all, and then I could like play them to you, like
and be
if
like,
you give me
can
the
you
right
fix that
keyword."
thing on the wall? That's it. What's just fix it. There we go.
I forgot about that.
Fluff that pillow.
Oh, yes, just a bit lower. No,
I don't
she's
know.
very foxy.
She's very foxy. I don't know if she should come here.
Didn't you talk about her and say that her American accent wasn't real? Like she was actually.
She's English.
She's English.
That's why she
yeah.
said she'd come on it. I guess because I'm sure she doesn't live that far
Well,
away.
obviously, all of these types of game are made by the same company who made Contradiction,
Yeah.
and I think they all used English actors, didn't they?
Yeah. And then the newest one, Shape-Shifting Detective, came out recently.
Well, that's the next project. I did also find another game that we could play.
What game?
It's called Disco Elysium.
Oh! I was looking at that. I was going to ask you about, mention it, because it's a detective thing.
Well, we think about each other all the time,
we
guys.
just love detective stuff. Just texting like, oh, we should play this game. Is it good? Disco Asylum.
Elysium. We should
Asylum.
get a
Whatever.
longer stream. I'm playing that now, says Arsenal guy. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's very wordy. I hear a lot of
It's
reading.
very like book, very like a
a
book.
booky.
A
Maybe it's
book.
too booky.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit
So-
speech.
Okay, let's
Heavy.
remind ourselves what we got today. So a couple of the people we've gotten rid of because we've at least maybe if not finished their story, or at least had a good idea of where their stories were going.
Have we?
Remember we had that chavvy woman.
Oh, she's gone. She
came
killed her
in
neighbour.
And yeah, we sort of got to the bottom
Yeah.
of her story was that, aliens abducted her neighbour or whatever.
No, a salesman.
A salesman came in and killed her.
Yeah, but actually it was her because she's a sales. She sells windows.
Yeah, turns out it was all. We all worked it out. We put the pieces together. You know, it was little red flags. So it wasn't madness after all.
No,
it was a clever trick to pretend that you're mad to get out of a crime.
Yeah, like there's a
So are all of these people faking their madness to hide their crimes?
Mariana's got the weirdest one. It's not even that. She just wakes up naked on the beach. Like we've all been there.
Covered in seaweed.
Covered in seaweed.
And jizz.
You did not say jizz. The salty sea.
Some heavily, the foamy spume of sea. What is it called? The spume. The spume. Whatever that like spunky sea foam is. What's it called?
Spunky
foam.
foam.
Sea foam.
Sea jizz.
Yeah, you
That's
know
the
what
technical
I mean.
term.
Scum. Come. No. You know what I mean. That's that manky sea foam.
But yeah, that nasty.
Yeah, that washes up.
Yeah.
That's what she's got all
She's
over
got
her.
that all over her. She's naked. All over
And
her
she's
tits and knees.
stinking of vodka.
It's £1 a shot. She loves it.
So we don't know what's going on there.
No.
There's too much. It's too cryptic. We can't put the pieces together. And she also wants to apparently date every single doctor, or at least seduce them for her own nefarious means.
She's got like her daddy issues.
She has.
Doctor
Well, let's
issues.
talk to her actually. Sup.
So.
Nothing.
She does not like the word sup. So we found out that Dr. Dekker was killed with a paper spike from his office,
He was.
which led us to believe that it was a crime of either passion or kind of a spur of the moment.
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't premeditated.
So yeah, it was like something
Just
where
happened.
poor old Dr. Dekker, he was in his office late, working, doing those reports, paperwork.
9 to 5. Busy
You know.
boy. Oh, he'd resigned. These were his last few
He
weeks.
submitted his resignation document very abruptly.
Yeah, not much like detail in it. Just like I'm leaving.
But we
So,
don't know whether he even wrote that.
That's true.
And then someone spiked him with a spike.
Yes.
So do you know anything about the paper spike?
Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money.
Wow. Now, okay, in a police investigation, you shouldn't make jokes like that.
I know,
because that's how you get in trouble.
But I definitely would. If I was being interrogated, I'd make some really stupid, shitty like joke and just just trying to lighten the mood and just
Because game volume's a bit low apparently. Very very quiet. We'll
the whole
turn it
stream
all
is
up.
quiet.
Sorry,
We need to be
studio.
louder.
We'll get on that for you guys in chat. Up game sound. It's all right. Well, so yeah, if you get arrested, you
Don't
can't-
make
You have
jokes.
to be like and the same thing with being in court. Sometimes you can be a little bit funny at the right time, and the jury will love you, and as a result, they will
Charming.
just let you off.
You can be a Ted
the
Bundy.
charming murderer
Be charming.
is a real winning one.
Yeah.
But also like feeling. Showing remorse, showing it's upset you. Someone has died. This is serious.
Yeah.
You can't be frivolous with it.
No.
Or kind of, even if you feel like,
Who
come
gives
on.
a shit? I'm glad I murdered that bitch.
Yeah,
You
like-
can't show that.
Like, obviously, this isn't a police investigation, and I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mariana, lighten the mood, but the fact that he was killed with a paper swipe, I guess someone didn't think they were getting value for money.
It's like, you can't do it, Mariana, whatever her name is.
So she paid with check.
She did.
I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
Well, I wasn't worried until
But now I am.
Yeah.
I ain't doing this for free, Jesus.
Oh, well, are we doing this gratis? We want to get to the bottom of the mystery. Maybe we've got a grant or something, or maybe someone else is paying for us to do these interviews.
Wait, are we investigating or are we just the new therapist?
Oh, we actually just taken over here. I thought we were an investigating doctor brought in. Do you have money
Do
problems?
you have money?
I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars though.
But you don't drink!
Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody?
You said you just have water. Water's free. Contradiction. Throw the book at her.
This isn't contradiction. But also, maybe she's getting virgin mojitos.
Bullshit.
Or non-alcoholic lager.
Bullshit. No one likes that. It
I'll
tastes
have
like
a
shit.
pint of non-alcoholic lager.
No one drinks that stuff. She is having her £1 vodka shots for free.
She wants to look like she's fit again. Oh my god.
I don't even think I had non-alcoholic beer, but everyone I know who's had it said it tastes nasty. Is it nasty?
I don't think, honestly, like if you're drinking beer, you're kind of already like, you're not thinking, oh, I want the classy beer.
Well, there's
You know,
nice beers, aren't there? And there's piss beers.
Well, beer's a big category though, ales and like most people who actually give a shit about beer won't touch lager at all.
No, craft beers, because that's the fancy thing.
I want an IPA.
An IPA in a can with a little funny drawing on the side. We're drinking.
Look, I think sometimes if you don't like beer, then look, here you go.
Then man the fuck up.
Here's a tip. You have to fit in society, right?
All right.
If you can get away with ordering non-alcoholic beer and disguise your face as you drink it, then fucking good for you. Honestly, I think it's probably fine. I mean, you're basically drinking liquid bread anyway.
Oh, it's like a bread smoothie.
So, I mean, I reckon you could get away with it. I was listening to this thing. Malcolm Gladwell, he's done a new book. I've been listening to audiobooks lately.
Uh-huh.
And he's done this thing about how these people went out to the Amazon rainforest and lived with a tribe that was very isolated. Right?
Yeah.
And to see how they did things, and they basically got drunk every Saturday. Every Saturday, the whole tribe will get massively drunk.
So it's just like living in
And
UK then.
they drink this stuff that they brewed locally, and when they analysed it, they brought a bottle of it back with them.
Yeah.
And when they analysed it, they found that it was 180% proof. It was like basically
Is that not just poison?
It was basically just laboratory alcohol.
What?
You know, it was like incredibly.
How does that not just kill you?
I've no fucking idea. But apparently they would, because that's what people thought that it would just kill you.
Yeah.
But these guys would just drink it, get so fucked up and pass out like straight away.
What, just like one glass?
Collapse for 6 hours, wake up and drink a bit more and just
What?
get fucked for a few hours and then collapse again.
What?
Well, because it really just fucked you up.
But that's not
real
even,
bad.
But you don't even get to enjoy the fun bit of being drunk. Because you're just you're at the bad stage of wasted and then you pass out. You don't get the fun oh, I'm a bit merry. Oh, I got a nice buzz on. Oh, I'm dancing on the tables.
Well, I think it was it hit you so hard that sometimes when you get very drunk, it at very high level of alcohol in your bloodstream, it goes into parts of your brain that it doesn't normally go into, like the hypothalamus, and it makes you black out and stuff. If you drink steadily, you can be drunk for a long time and have a bad hangover because your body won't process the alcohol quickly enough, and you'll get pickled.
Super dehydrated.
And it's really bad. But if you drink it real fast, it will overwhelm your body. Sure, you'll definitely get feel like shit, but it's a very different. I'm not saying anyone should.
So you're saying I
this.
should straw pedo a bottle of 14% wine? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's. I think you should get one of those enema things and just a funnel and just pour red wine in there.
Just do a headstand.
Don't do. But no, it was crazy. Anyway, apparently you can do it, but don't do it.
You'd get. How would you not die of alcohol poisoning?
Well, you don't do much of it. I think you just do a swig.
Just a little
and it
little.
just completely fucks you
slurp.
up. And then you're back. But they were doing it in these kind of closed, healthy kind of tribal groups where there was never any fighting. There's never any rowdiness. Everyone was kind of they looked after each other and stuff, and it was all very they did it every week.
So it's just a little
weekend.
tradition.
Like a super binge from Saturday to Monday.
Just got fucked up every weekend.
Massively fucked.
That is that's basically what we do, isn't it?
So weird.
Well, we do. That's what we do.
It's just part of their tribe. How do these things fucking end up happening?
I'd be interested to know what the long-term effect that would have had on their body. That strong alcohol every weekend for years. Are they living old? Is that old age?
A jug of Chianti for my good lady's bum? Imagine ordering that in a beer house. Nice. Anyway, let's fucking try and move on.
Let's do
Do
this.
you often go and get these
I
things?
mainly like drive-thrus.
What?
I don't
Drive-through
like crowds,
and
and I
bars?
find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long.
We're not talking about Mackie D.
Mackie D's.
She's a fidget.
She's a fidget.
What is this? Sorry, she goes to.
But visit nightclubs. There we go.
She's so many.
She's lying.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention. Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club.
Shut.
Then he just follows me wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that.
Okay, so she kisses guys and then they follow her around everywhere.
I mean, that feels like a symptom of. There's a lot of things that happen in society, okay, where people just don't communicate. People make assumptions that one thing means another thing. You know what I mean? And it's there's no agreed standards for this, really. You know, there's no laws or regulation or education around this. It's like, you know, and I think if you kiss someone in a bar, some people are going to take that as, well, I'm in.
We're in.
That's bang.
We're gonna date.
I'm going to follow around until we end up.
Oh,
you
is
know,
it? Well, we're going to sleep together.
yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
some people would just like, oh, that's just a one-off thing, no
Yeah.
worries. Like, but the whole spectrum, there's so much confusion on what that means, and I think if you do just kiss random guys at a club, you're going to get into trouble because some of those guys are going to be pretty sinister, kind of, and not the kind of people you're looking for.
Everyone has, I guess, different perceptions of what something romantic means, or not even romantic, but something like physical means, or even just like a text. Like everyone can interpret some things differently.
And I think
it's complicated.
I think you have to like, where do people follow you? So here's what I'm talking about.
Is she being spiked?
Follow me wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Is there one here now? Is there one in the background? Is she seeing, like, okay, you know how, like...
What?
You know how, like, sometimes people are like, the ghosts, because she saw... Didn't someone see a little girl in the background?
Yeah, that was Claire.
Yeah.
No, was that Claire?
Yeah, was that Claire? Didn't she see, like, the little girl's here right now, Doctor? And that was...
Because she saw her at the lake house, didn't
Was that Claire?
she? I don't think she's imagining people. I think someone's spiking her.
But okay, let's just dig into this
Let's
a bit
dig
more.
deeper.
Because...
What happens?
It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave. Other places, they just disappear.
This is weird.
I don't see them again.
Is she like... Okay, this is mental, but everything she says sends my mind wheeling. Is she like a siren? Is she like luring people onto the rocks and then like consuming them?
Oh, the mermaid.
Is she like Cthulhu-ian?
She loves
is
the
she
water,
like some
doesn't
servant
she?
of Dagon? Does she drag them down into the briny deeps and then they get all spume on their face and suffocate? I don't know. What happens?
That, and she's got the
Cthulhu necklace.
Cthulhu necklace. Ooh, you're onto something.
They don't just disappear into thin
They get
air.
drowned.
I think they return to the place I found them.
What?
But I've not run into the same person twice.
Depends if you go to the same places. People do tend to go to the same places.
I used to go to the same club every night for months.
Did you
years.
see the same people there?
Yeah, sometimes you do, yeah.
Did you kiss anyone?
Never.
Did they follow you home?
Never.
Did they bang on your door for an hour?
And then I drowned them.
Did you let them in and put their face in the sink, Lydia?
I did. Jesus Christ.
Getting sweaty.
I've been harboring that secret for years. Woo! Right, here we go.
So, okay.
Something beautiful.
So, well, remember she said when she said she saw something beautiful. Was it on the beach or when she was...
I can't remember her saying anything about saying...
You've got a good memory, Doctor. Let's talk dreams.
I can't remember. You've got a good memory, Doctor.
Sometimes I'll dream about a light. Deep in the ocean somewhere.
Deep in the ocean.
I head towards it because it's warm and glowing like a beacon. And when I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like a welcoming sun.
Yeah, she's totally a siren.
Like I'm home. And then I wake up.
Huh.
I mean, we've talked about dreams a bit already.
Yeah.
I feel like they mean nothing.
It's so beautiful. Calls me.
Wait, you literally were just talking about how they mean
It's
stuff.
like I'm in a trance.
What?
But I feel like...
What does the dream mean, Doctor?
You're all over the show.
Yeah, but I feel like they... she's too weird. She's super weird.
She's got weirder, definitely. At the beginning, she was quite normal. And then she's got weirder.
Oh, I don't know. What do we think?
I
mean, I feel like dream symbolism is... Like I said, I was saying earlier, I think dreams can be helpful. I think they can be useful for... but in a very primal way. I don't think they are supernaturally intelligent. I don't think the dreams... I don't think when you dream, I don't think you're thinking of trying to disguise something. A dream is yours, it's your brain. You're not trying to hide stuff from yourself, I don't think.
No.
Maybe, then again, like I think this is a very classic psychology thing, that people think, oh, it's too traumatic for you to remember properly, so your dreams
It comes out in your
disguise it as something else. And like that is something that can happen, I think, like to deal with things, your brain can kind of start framing stuff in different ways for you to deal with it. But I don't know whether it's like, I don't know whether your brain is, like anything supernatural is getting into your brain.
I feel like all my dreams are just like manifestations of some form of anxiety. Like I'll be like, my teeth will fall out, or I'll be like crunching on glass. Like the other night, I put glass cups in my mouth to transfer them to the kitchen, and then they all shattered into bits of glass, and I was just like, my mouth was full of glass, and I was like, all with glass coming out of my mouth. Or like, I need to go pee, but there's loads of people around and everyone is watching me. Or like, suddenly I'm not wearing any clothes, like that classic thing. Like it's always like some form of like my brain.
Could you see everything?
And I saw everything. I always have these like dreams where it's just really like anxious. Like I just feel like it's my mind like going over like stuff that's stressed. Like dreams, I just find dreams really annoying. What do you dream about?
Yeah, like I mean, yesterday obviously I was talking about my dream of earlier. Like, so I dived into this like pond. Basically, like out in Queen Square, there was they turned it all into a big lake.
Yeah.
So I dived in because I was pulled by the sea. The pull of the sea.
She was pulling you in.
I dived in. I was, I guess, naked straight away, swimming around, and there was this like beautiful like clams, like big mega like structures under the water, like kind of rocky, kind of like one of those big conches.
Yeah.
You know those big old spiky conches, like loads of those, like really colourful and pink and white, and they had like chicken breast size like meaty bits in there, and I was like, oh, those, and it was like a farm. I guess somebody was like growing them to like farm chicken breast sized clam meat in there.
The fuck?
I know. And I was like, oh, look at all these clam meat, and I obviously didn't want to eat any because I can't eat them raw anyway.
No.
And then suddenly I blinked. And like it was like someone had turned the lights off, and suddenly it was just a desolate like lunar surface, and I was swimming in like this plain, boring like landscape under the sea. There was no clams at all.
The clams had gone.
They'd
Your chicken clams.
All the chicken clams had gone, and I went back to the surface and looked around, and there was an old man on the dock, and he was like, "You shouldn't be in there," and he was holding like this lever, and it was like these are my hidden clams.
My chicken clams.
So he was like, he was like, he could like turn on and off the vision of the clams.
So he got rid of the clams.
But he'd obviously left the clams on visible.
Right, okay.
Because normally anyone diving in there,
they wouldn't know they're there.
Clams.
You saw a secret clams.
I was worried as I swung back. I was like, oh, am I going to scratch myself on an invisible clam?
Oh.
I was like being careful. I was like, oh, I got all the dots. I was like, thank God I didn't injure myself on a hidden conch shell, a sharp shell.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a towel.
Yeah.
And then I went to a house.
And he dried me down.
And then I woke up. Yeah.
So how come you get to dream about like cool conch chickens things, and I dream about pissing myself on the beach with everyone watching?
Well, look, are dreams symbolic? Maybe they're symbolic, or maybe they mean nothing.
Oh my God.
Maybe the dream means you're searching for something. Yeah. How about like it?
I broke my wrist because of a dream I had.
Did you?
Yeah. So I used to have the worst nightmares, like really bad, like screaming nightmares kind of thing, like for years and years and years. And one time, when I was about 14, I had a high bed. And I had this nightmare, and I think someone was in the bed or chasing me or something like that. And I woke up on the floor, and basically I had like gone to like run away, and fallen out and landed, and I broke my wrist. And I woke up on the floor, like all swollen, and had to go to the A&E.
Oh my God, that's pretty serious.
I know, right? So dreams, are more dangerous than you realise.
That's why we have to strap her into the
That's why I have
into the gurney
every night in case I break something. I can't help it. I'm a mess.
We've only let her out of the asylum for the day, guys. We've got her for the day for her insights.
What's wrong with me?
Maybe it is symbolic. Okay, it's symbolic
Yes, I suppose
Cthulhu.
I follow that glow like people follow me.
I follow that glow like.
I still don't know what it means though.
See, this game, like, thank God for the drop down. We would have never.
I never would have been like, it'd be a bit of a.
So has she
pain in
had
the
any more
ass.
blackouts
I've
since
had
last
no
week?
blackouts. And I
Okay,
haven't been to
no
the beach
blackouts.
since our last
Not going
session.
to the beach. Good, keep it up.
I think
Yeah.
I will today.
Oh, no.
Well, that's
Do you
gonna.
want to come with me to the beach?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have to do some investigation.
Maybe someone should come with you to the beach.
Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine.
Right. Anyway,
I'm okay.
how are you?
Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day.
Is that because of the money thing, do you
Oh
think?
yeah, because she said she's
Rent day is the day I pay
A bit
rent
broke.
to my landlord.
Rent day is predictably enough.
I mean, did we have to ask about that?
So.
You're okay with men buying you drinks? Why would we ask that? That's a bit of a strange question.
Well, I
to
guess
ask.
because we got through the other questions now, we've opened up the next sort of segment. So, do people ever follow you home? Is I guess the question that we asked before.
Yes. They follow me home. They're
Now this is weird.
silent. It's like a trance.
Oh.
This is like the siren thing. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do they follow you to bed?
Hello.
There was one guy, a real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing. Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me. It was creepy.
The fuck?
I got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door.
Right.
Good lord.
Jesus
See,
Christ.
I told you there was something weird going on.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than I wake up naked on the beach.
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. Actually, that's not really true, is it? Like, it's a very, even today, a very standard thing, isn't it? Let me buy you a drink. It's a kind of an indication of interest.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's
yeah,
what they
yeah.
call-
I feel like if a random guy, it's different if it's obviously your friends, like, oh, you want a drink. But if it's like a random guy who says, "Can I buy you a drink?" It's got an implication behind it.
100%.
Yeah. So if you say yes, I'd love a drink,
I
you're
think
like opening up to that dialogue.
We are, and it's that same pathway I mentioned before with the kiss. It opens up. If you let someone buy you a drink, then you say, okay, it's not like consent, if you like.
No.
But, do you know what I mean? It's like, but it's
like saying, I am quite, I'm interested.
It's giving someone a kind of, it's like the first step on the ladder, isn't it? It's almost like, it's easier than saying, you know, do you want to sleep with me? You know, you want to take it like, you know, if you meet someone
that's
at
the first baby
nightclub,
step. Can I
buy you a drink? And I think that if you say yes, you are inviting upon yourself, you know, the potentially, you know, this guy maybe like lurking around you or something until you tell him, look, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel, it's like it's really grey area.
I'm not saying everyone's going to do it, but like some people are. Some people who approach a woman and say, "Can I buy you a drink?"
Yeah.
And they say yes. You know, it's not like they're going to drug the drink or anything, but like you've kind of consented to
it's
a weirdo.
consenting to a conversation.
Potentially a weirdo. Yeah.
They will feel like
they're entitled
I bought you a drink.
Yeah.
So you've got to talk to me. Like it would always be very rude to say, yeah, I'd love a drink. I'll have like, you know, a gin and tonic, and then just be like, bye, and walk off. Like, if someone buys you a drink, you have to be like, you know,
some people do
thank
that.
You.
Some people will.
Just walk off.
Some women will be like,
Right, bye.
I've never done this, so I don't know. But I assume that this happens.
Yeah, no, definitely. It definitely does.
From both ends.
Like, you don't owe... If someone offers him, it doesn't mean you owe them something, but it's just polite. If if you're not interested, be like, no, I'm all right, thank you. I'll get my own drink.
Her kind of blasé attitude that she'll accept everyone who buys her a drink is a character trait which shows naivety or sluttiness.
I wouldn't say sluttiness. I'd say like just a bit cheap. You got a cheap night out, then you just accept drinks from anyone.
Yeah, well, I suppose cheap. Okay. Well, I guess there's
she's
that
saying
third,
she's broke.
There's that third one, isn't there? Then in that case, cheapness. Looking for the money.
Cheap. Like just wants a cheap night out. Guys offering you a drink. She's not interested in them, but she says yes because she wants a free drink.
I mean that thing as well. She mentioned because she mentioned they're like paying for a meal. Like I guess so is she just cheap because she says if someone buys you a meal.
Manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink.
She's saying
I'm a very good-natured girl.
She's miserable on rent day. Her check's bounced. She accepts drinks from people because they're free.
Okay. Manipulative? I don't know. I'm not
a little bit manipulative, I guess.
Not slut shaming at all. I think if you want to be a slut, go for it. Like, you know, if that's your thing. You know.
I think it is a little. If someone says like, "Can I buy you a drink?" and they're like, "Yeah," but they're just using you to get a free drink, it is kind of leading them. I'm not leading them on, but it is a little bit because, you know, by saying yes, I would like a drink, you are inviting a sort of like dialogue. So to do that just to get a free drink is leading someone on.
Okay, graph time. Okay.
Yes.
Here's the graph time, right? It's like starts off like.
God, what is it?
Okay, so it's like
okay.
Imagine there's two. There's like for example, let's just say how many. Imagine you're at a nightclub.
Okay,
and guys are asking you to buy you a drink.
Yeah. Oh.
What kind of percentage?
What was that?
What?
What?
Do you want a drink?
A drink?
Yeah. Do you want me to get you a drink? Do you want like a drink? Do you want to come and get a drink at the bar?
Are you sure?
I feel like yeah.
Yeah.
I could yeah.
Can you get my friend one as well?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? All right. Yeah, all right then.
Okay. Well, that was way more awkward than I thought it was going to be. Fuck. I didn't know what I was doing there. I hated every second of that. As soon as you went into that, God, it was awful.
But usually you'd be a bit
that
pissed.
That was too real.
So it'd take away the fear.
It was too real.
I was hustling. I got 2 drinks out of that.
Very uncomfortable. I feel like I've just been shut down already. I mean, God.
We'll have a triple gin and tonic.
Okay.
And a couple of shots.
Oh, can we not carry on? This is the worst. I don't want to take it to this level.
You can tell this is my first rodeo.
I guess what I'm asking is like, of what percentage of men would you buy a drink from? Or would you accept a drink from?
Well, it all depends on your relationship status.
Imagine you're single
and ready to
21-year-old
mingle.
Lydia,
Fresh.
being at the club every night. You were there every day, like you said, every day for weeks. You know, you go to the same.
Okay, always out in
people are offering. You're single, maybe you're with a mate, but you know, you're stood at the bar. The guy next to you sidles up and he's like, "Can I buy you a drink?"
Yes.
Okay. What percentage of guys would you say that to? Like, imagine over the night, like 5 or 6 or maybe 10 guys come up to you. 10 guys come up to you over the course of the night.
Yeah.
How many of those do you accept a drink of?
Are you sure? Yeah, all right, thanks. Yeah, probably quite a few.
Quite a few?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, but I guess it caps out, doesn't it? Because once a couple of them have bought you a drink, you've had to go through the rigmarole with that. So I
Yeah.
guess like so let's just
But
say.
in this, okay, but before you all judge me, in this circumstance, I'm a single person, and
You're looking for interest.
and I'm, having fun.
But what kind of percentage of guys? I mean, do you look them up and down? If they offer to buy you a drink, do you go like, do you give them like the full once over?
That's exactly what I do.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying like.
Well, I mean,
What I want to know is like, so you're saying like it's roughly like maybe like a 70% conversion rate,
yeah.
right? To yes.
Yeah.
That's quite a high number, Lydia.
yeah.
Just
What do you
throwing that out there.
I think that's fair though. Alcohol is expensive, and it's
So what I'm saying is like this is the buy a drink, okay?
yeah, I'd be like, yeah, sure, you sure?
Conversion.
Like, and they're
Okay.
like, yeah, that's okay, yeah, great, thanks. I'd love a glass of wine. Thank you very much. There we go. Bam, it's done.
Okay, so
I'd like to see any of y'all say no when someone offers you a free drink.
10 guys have approached you, 7 of them have bought you a drink. You're now 7
I'm
drinks
now
deep.
really fucking drunk.
Now,
okay.
how many of these guys do you like continue having a chat with at the bar? Right, of these 7 of
How far
these
is this
people?
going?
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering, like,
How
what's the
many did you
process?
sleep with?
How far is this going? Yeah, that's where we're going to, Lydia. We're going to, at the end, eventually, but we're going to go through all the stages first, okay? Don't rush to the end and spoil the end. It's like one of those TV shows where they give you a little glimpse of what happens. It's like you sweaty in bed at the end for like 5 seconds, and then it pans over, and which guy is it in the bed? We could go even further. There's a man leaving your house the next morning to get an Uber,
Stop
and you're like
shaming
calling
me.
him an Uber.
I'm calling him an Uber. He buys his own bloody Uber.
For
I
God's
did
sake.
not consent to this graph.
I'm just
wanted
it's
to
not
get-
you. It's a hypothetical you.
Okay, hypothetical Lydia.
So how many people do you talk to like politely, like?
Well, it's too loud to have a proper conversation, isn't it? The clubs are loud.
So a lot of them you just can't have a conversation.
it's like,
with.
what? What do you do? Oh, yeah, games.
I'm a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Nice. Do you like it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah. I represent like pushers and stranglers.
Oh, I love this song. Do you want to dance?
Okay, so that's the next stage. Okay, so you've gone through the awkward conversation to dancing. Now, how many of them do you actually dance with? Awkward convo. So how many die on the awkward convo is what I'm wondering.
Okay, probably quite a few, because then it turns into, all right, I'm just going to go find my friend.
Right, so you get rid of quite a few. So what are your requirements
This
for...
is hypothetical, Lydia.
This is hypothetical Lydia. This is not real Lydia.
This is not real Lydia.
Okay, so awkward conversation works on like what? How many of these 7 guys do you have a conversation
all right.
with?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Do you have a conversation?
know.
Do any of them? Do all of them have a conversation?
Yeah, like a brief little chat.
Okay,
you know,
so in fact,
thanks.
so it's kind of the buy a drink plus awkward convo are part of the same thing.
Actually, you know, I
right?
did used to get. So when I was at this point of my life, I was social media for Xbox. And I used to say like, oh, I work for Xbox, and they would always say, oh, do you play COD? Do you play Call of Duty? That would always be the conversation.
Wow.
Every single time, and it'd be like,
I'd be like console petty scum. Get a real thing, right? So anyway, you have the awkward convo. How many of them proceed? Do you like FIFA?
yeah, FIFA. Oh, do you play FIFA?
Do you ever play FIFA? Yeah, I play
No.
FIFA all the time. Right. Okay, and then how many convert? What's the conversion rate to dancing out of these 7 men? These 7 FIFA-loving, COD-playing nerds. Men, not nerds. Sexy, hot men in their Burberry trainers.
Well, none. I'm not done. I
0?
I don't want any of those
But you're
guys.
hungry, Lydia.
I'm
These
hungry.
guys are. One of them's been to the gym. A couple have been to the gym. They look decent. They look decent.
All right.
One of them's bald. One of them's like a bit fat. One of them's a bit short. So you've got shorty, baldy, fatty, like young. One's a bit young. There's always something wrong with everyone. So we got
Something a
fatty,
bit wrong.
baldy, young, like
But I'm young in this scenario. I'm 21.
sweaty.
I'm
You can
fresh.
name them all. You can name them all. Like just you don't need the real names.
It's like the 7 dwarfs.
Kind of short, and
Baldy, young, sweaty.
Big Nose, and Acne.
Okay, right.
Okay, there's one of these. These are all the 7 guys that have approached you.
All right.
Okay, which ones do you dance with of these?
All right, come here, Big Nose.
Okay, Big Nose, sure. So he's in. He's made it through.
Yeah. He's going to have a dance with Big Nose. What is this? What
Is
are you
this
doing?
it? Is this the conversion 10%?
Yes. Yes. Are you working this out for yourself? Are you trying to work out which one am I?
No, I'm not.
Sweaty?
I'm not working out which
No,
one
it's
you
just-
are. I know that you're all of these. You've got a wig on.
No, I said you, not me. So basically, out of these 10 guys, only Big Nose makes it to the goal.
dancing stage.
The dance, the groove.
You only was that on average your nightclub? You only dance with like one guy? Would a couple of guys?
I feel like I'm being shamed
but
here.
maybe you would pick up a couple of guys on the dance floor, right?
On the way to the
obviously so Big Nose is a conversion from the drinks phase, but there
Right.
are also conversions from other phases.
There's just people dancing.
right? So you do pick up new men.
What does this have to do with the game? It has nothing to do with the game.
I'm interested in like the process, Lydia. It's a process. Do you understand? Like, because I'm trying to get into her
I
mind.
feel like I'm being shamed.
No, but it's nothing to do with you. I'm just using you as an assistant
Okay,
because I have
all
no
right.
education on any of this. I don't know anything about it. She's a woman. I need to figure out
All
what
right,
the
bring
fuck is
Baldy
going
in
on.
there as well. Bring Baldy in there as well.
Baldy's coming through. Baldy, do you know what? He came in late, but he's fine. Okay, so at a certain
All right.
after a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
these guys that you've danced with,
Yeah.
how do they get converted to the next level?
Swapping numbers?
Okay, and I don't even know what that is. Is that what it is?
Well,
What
I
is
mean...
the standard process?
Oh,
Like,
you mean like... Oh, kissing.
you're dancing with a guy on a
Yeah,
dance
then
floor.
it would be kissing,
Would it
wouldn't
be
it?
kissing a
You're
guy?
close.
Okay.
You're close.
So you kiss before swapping numbers.
Yes.
Kissing
yes.
on dance floor.
Yes.
Okay, this is
In
where it
this
starts
hypothetical
getting a bit hot.
situation,
Hypothetical
which is
Lydia
not me.
Is hypothetically
It's not
kissing
me.
Big Nose or what's his name?
Baldy.
We've gone with Baldy
Baldy and Big Nose.
and Big Nose, and also potentially random.
Random.
pickup.
Uh-huh.
Now we'll just call him Shorts because he's wearing shorts for some reason in a club. You know, and you noticed that.
Or
You know,
he's wearing shorts.
He's wearing shorts.
They wouldn't let him in the door.
So which of these, like, what does it have to take for them to promote to the kissing?
Well, you'd have to be-
on how many per night is this going to be, on average? Like 1 or 2?
Well, this is a hypothetical person. I don't know. I don't
What's
know.
an average? I want to know what an average is for a normal person. What do normal people do in clubs? I don't know. I want to know. It's a world that I have no idea.
Lewis, you just want to go to a club. Is this a cry for help? Are you having a midlife crisis?
No, I'm just interested. It's something I've realised I know nothing about. I'm talking to this woman. I feel so detached from her reality. Because I've never really been in a nightclub or like done anything. Because I'm just not. They don't go in those circles. I don't understand.
I did have many years of going to nightclubs.
But you're giving me a nice picture because it's the kind of guys who haven't play Xbox and play COD and play FIFA. Like
yeah, it's
that
those
makes
guys.
sense in my head. It's those
Yeah.
kind of guys in
Those
nightclubs.
guys going to the club.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I want to know like what they're doing. What are they? Who are they?
Well, I don't know. Well, I feel like we need a guy in here who's gone clubbing.
Who
can say
who is-
their
does
success
anyone-
rate.
No one in chat has ever been to a nightclub. They're on my side. They know as little as me.
Should we have a Yog vlog where we go to a nightclub and we have a little tally with Lewis?
I'm not becoming an incel. I am perfectly happy in a relationship. Have been for like 3 years. I'm doing good. Thank you, guys. It's all fine. There's no necessary like fear. I'm not an incel. I'm not like it's fine. Okay, everything's fine. I just need to know. Like you just need to like what?
Well, and everyone's shocked. You've just doxed yourself.
Yeah, it's all good, right? So you don't need to worry about me. I'm not some psycho. I am a normal human. I just don't want to share it with the world. It's cool.
Everyone's in a. Oh my God, Spiffing Brit! No,
It's the Spiffing Brit.
It is
I'm
the
in love
Spiffing
with
Brit.
Spiff.
I
God,
love
he's so
him.
spiffing. God, that would explain it actually. Anyway,
Right,
this is
so
a
did this help
dramatic.
you?
It's a dramatic stream this now, but
Did this help?
did this help? Well, I feel like I'm still in the same ignorant place I was before, but with lovely Mariana, I just want to know, like, if she says yes to the drinks and she's like, okay, sure. Does she also just like? Is she too polite to like? Does she have these awkward conversations with people? Does she lead people on? Give them the wrong idea. Never know when to put her hand up and be like, get out of my face. You sweaty,
You
or
sweaty,
big nose.
baldy, big nose.
Look, get out. And then they follow her home awkwardly, but she's so drunk, she's weird about it. But that guy's standing in her doorway of her bedroom, like with a gym bod or whatever. She's like, I invited him into my bedroom, but he just stood there not knowing what to do.
I mean, that's not normal unless... Well, okay, but what you just said...
Here's my proposition. They get home, and she goes to kiss them, right, on the doorstep, but she's got like a big... fish tongue, I don't know, or like maybe the gym bod guy wasn't phased by the fish tongue, but then got to the bedroom and she was like, boom,
Look
and then
at my
there
gills.
was like gills and like tentacles and like limpets on there, like clams,
chicken clams,
chicken breast in a big clam, a big conch. I don't know, like sort of scaly. I don't know. Maybe there was something weird going on.
Okay, right, okay.
And maybe they were just like, okay, there's too much for me.
I think that's what happened.
There's too much.
I think you
At
are.
what point
I think you generally
does
have
Cod
been taking
playing
mushrooms.
Cod guy, he's into cod.
He's into cod, but not that kind of cod.
cod.
Not that kind of cod. So I have a friend who actually is exactly what you just described. Not with the gills and the chicken breast, but the one who is too polite to say no. She can't say, if someone says, can I buy you a drink? She can't stand up for herself and say, oh no, thank you, I'm not interested. She will just say yes, because she can't say no. She's too polite. So sometimes it's a polite thing rather than a trying to take advantage of people kind of thing.
I think it's either the politest people or the keenest people.
Yeah.
And so they're both two ends of the spectrum, really.
Yeah.
It's like the people who are too shy to say no, but the people who are so slutty
Just
that they will
for
say,
anything.
yes, every time. And so you get this, like, both ends of that spectrum. And then the guy, obviously, because it's loud in the club, you don't talk, you don't know what's going on. You don't know how drunk these people are. You've never met these people before. You don't even know what she's like. You don't know whether Mariana is a shy, retiring flower or Slut Lord 5000.
Slut Lord 5000. Oh, do me a favour. When she comes on this stream, will you ask her these questions? Will you do that graph with her just to find out, please? I want to know how many she gets with. And make sure to call her a slut by Lord 5000.
God, I can't wait.
Imagine if she wanted to prep for it and she watched this stream. She'd be like, I'm not coming on this, goddamn. Not going on this.
Shall we move on to a different person?
I'm sick of Mariana and her gills.
This is getting a bit ridiculous. All right. We've got Dr. Death. We've got Husband Killer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Psycho Husband Killer. We've got Grave Digger, archaeology student /
weirdo.
Extra Groundhog Day boy who gets the extra
he gets an hour, doesn't he? But there is Groundhog Day boy, Nathan.
We've got our hopeless...
terrible actress.
Actress who's our assistant, who I really hope didn't do it, because that would be she's the worst.
She's so terrible.
And Nathan, who... one of these people we think killed the doctor, by the way, so they're also a murderer.
Oh, yeah. There's also that going on.
And I feel like currently, Mariana... she seems like a kind of crazy woman.
Yeah.
She could have paper spiked him.
She went on a date with him as well.
Imagine if he'd said, like, your check's bounced, and she was like, put the... and she
and then she bounced it into his heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
First off, getting his heart fluttering with her gills.
Gills. Very poetic.
Maybe Dr. Dekker was a fishy.
Very poetic.
A scaly. And so this guy, is living the same day over and over again. He's the real Groundhog Day. He's just extra hour invisibility creep.
He creeps on women!
Yeah, this guy
he takes their clothes off and takes pictures of them.
During his extra hour when everyone's frozen. He's got a really shit superpower where he can stop time for an hour every midnight.
I forgot about that.
He undresses people and takes pictures of them.
Oh shit, he's a creep.
He is a real creep.
And the people that he's spoken to, they're like, yeah, he's really creepy. He just stares at me. Oh, he nasty.
So David Castleford was Claire's wife. Do you remember?
David.
Claire's husband, I think. David Claire.
Oh, the guy that she killed. She killed him as well, didn't she?
Yeah, so she killed him. So this guy was a gravedigger. So we think they're somehow linked. We're not sure what's going on. God, there's so much to discuss.
And we've made absolutely no progress.
We've done fuck all, and also there's loads of donations to read.
Yeah, I've got to read some donations out. Got some subs as well. Thank you guys. King Wolf Club, Anaconda, Salted Pixel, Badger Tuxedo, Scram. Thank you guys for resubbing. Got $36 from Dummy Kid. Thank you so much, Dummy Kid.
Shout out to Dummy Kid.
Thank you.
Glad you're still with us, dude. It's been years.
Thank you so much. There's a late happy birthday to the best of boys, Lewis, the Bristol Pusher Brinley. Thank you for all your work and continuous work for the Yogscast. I like that I also get a bit of that birthday present. So that's great for me.
Half.
I get that as well.
I'll share my cake.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Did you have a nice birthday?
Yeah, it was actually, I felt, I don't know, sometimes I feel like a little bit like this guy, okay, where every day is the same and you don't move on and you're kind of in this routine, and sometimes like things happen like where you feel this is gonna be long, sorry, but
all right, I make myself.
I read this thing. I'm gonna try and keep it short. Okay. I read this thing about Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was that. Like, I can't remember exactly what the thing was he said, but he said, like, I think he was on his motorbike, and he either had an accident or nearly had an accident, like where he nearly died. It was like something really serious.
Okay.
And he was like unaffected by it. He didn't like. He was like, it didn't affect him, and he felt like nothing.
Oh.
And he knew that he should feel something.
Yeah.
Like, and so at that point, like, he was like, okay, I think there must be something wrong with me. And he went and got diagnosed with depression.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And so sometimes I look out for moments when I am feeling wrong about something. And I sometimes but sometimes I can put it down to just me not, like, for example, I went to Berlin last week for Paradox.
Yeah.
And they lost my luggage.
Oh no.
And I was there standing at the carousel, and there was a couple other people there, and there was a girl there who was a reporter for one of the magazines, and she looked like she was just about to have a panic attack.
Oh.
And I went up to her and I was like, "Oh, is your luggage gone as well?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh man, don't worry. They'll just, this has happened before to Duncan as well, and they'll just deliver it to the hotel, like maybe in a couple of days. But I suggest you just go and buy yourself some stuff." But I mean, for a girl, it's different because obviously she's probably got a whole makeup bag and all of her other crap, and it's like, God, it's a whole mess. But for me, I just wear the same jeans every day, the same shoes, like the same jacket, and all I need to do is a change of t-shirt and pants and socks.
Yeah, using your full bag of makeup would be a nightmare.
And so, like, for me, it was just, I literally went to like a local shop that was still open, bought a couple of pairs of pants and a shirt, and I was fine.
You were fine,
and I just got another shirt from PDX, and I was cool. But and I didn't really need anything. Sure, I didn't have my charger, which was actually a bit of a problem.
Oh,
My phone ran out of battery that night, and I was like, oh fuck. But I went to the reception in the hotel, and this blew me away. The receptionist said, "Oh, we don't have any chargers, but my personal one, I can lend you this for tonight."
Oh, that's nice of her.
And I was like, "Holy crap!"
Oh,
and
nice.
it was a guy.
Yeah, I mean him. Yes.
But yeah, he was like, but I was just kind of blown away by like that kindness of people. Like I didn't expect.
Very trusting.
If I worked as like a receptionist, there must be people coming to me all the time saying, "I've lost my charger," blah blah blah, and I wouldn't lend my fucking charger to any
random
old person.
people. Yeah.
I just wouldn't bother.
No.
But
I'm
I'd
sorry,
be
we
like,
don't have
fucking
them.
figure it out yourself. But maybe that makes me like a bit of a. But obviously, I just was really shocked by the niceness of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I charged my phone. I was fine, and I didn't feel anxious or nervous or worried about my baggage or at all.
That would really stress me out.
No, I was not. I was not stressed at all, and I worried that I was like, am I weird? Do you know what I mean?
For not being stressed out
not
about
depressed,
this.
but is that weird?
Why am I numb to this stressful
why is
situation?
this not bothering me?
Yeah.
When I think it would bother other people were clearly around me who also were clearly very upset and bothered by it, and I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's just maybe it's not me being weird.
Could it be that? Are you just like super laid back in general?
Not really.
No.
Anyway, that happened. But also on my birthday, when I was back, I felt, I don't know, it was just very, I felt in a really good mood, unusually in a good mood, and just much more chill, relaxed. I think it's because I've been dealing with like the Jingle Jam stuff a lot lately, and it feels like it's so frustrating to bend over backwards for people and then them come back with nothing, or just disappointment, or like no, can't really, or saying we can do a voucher, or like oh Jesus, do you know what I mean? Like I like really frustrating, because I think that if we got, if we still have time, it's still like a month and stuff, and we're gonna do a big last push.
Yeah.
But and I think I mentioned this on Triforce too, but I think like with the Jingle Jam, like the bundle is always buoyed up by the groundswell of really good indie games that we get that people have never seen. That it's like really fun, and we've got some of those, and we've got some really good people involved. Honestly, like it's the people who are not the big companies who give us the most support for the Jingle Jam.
Yeah.
The big companies, they have to go through these layers of suits of people, and then it gets shut down somewhere along the message gets lost somewhere along the way. Like the people who we are interacting with and deal with are all lovely and awesome, and they were like, yeah, we'll try and get this for you, we'll try and sort this out, and they will come back and they're really crushed. They're like, sorry, we tried to get this through, but we couldn't do it, and it's like, man, it's so like demoralizing and like the worst feeling.
It's
to
a
like,
lot of pressure.
we've got such, because we're like, oh man, this would be so good to have this thing, because we love this game, we play this game all the time, we talk to the people, we're like, dude, like, we can do things like, because it's in our incentive when the bundle's live for us to play those games, right? So it's like, it's not like, it feels like we're going out begging for stuff. And it's like we're begging to promote their game, and
because you play it to a big audience.
Sometimes games also kind of need an online audience, and they've kind of died. Like sometimes, like a lot of games, like some of these games are badly reviewed on Steam because there's no one playing them.
Right.
And if they get like a bunch of people playing them, anyway, I'm just saying like I've had a lot of pressure lately to try and do stuff, and it's kind of, I think it's been weighing on me heavily. Anyway, on my birthday, I had a really good time. Me and Simon recorded a Yogpod, Halloween Yogpod.
Ah, great.
So I was in a really weird mood.
Yeah.
So I recorded that on like Tuesday, but I recorded Triforce today, and I was back in a completely different mood. But the podcasts are both going out on the same day.
Okay.
They're both going out on Thursday the 30th.
Yeah.
Which is when we normally put the Triforce out.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be like two podcasts, with me being a completely different person.
Oh, okay.
One was recorded on my birthday with Simon, very weird tone. Like, because basically, like Simon had said, like, oh, I've done some prep work, and I was like, oh, how much have you done? He's like, not very much. I was like, great. And so I thought we'll just do an hour, but Simon wasn't really like giving very much,
right?
And so I was kind of padding and waffling and telling stories and just being weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, got to the end of the hour, and I was like, oh, that was trouble. That was tough, but we got through it. And he was like, we haven't even gone through the stuff I'd prepared yet. And I was like, for fuck's sake.
No.
So then we did like an extra like 20 minutes or whatever. But no, it was fun. It was funny. It was really good.
Yeah.
I think people will like it. But
so what was the difference in moods?
On actual Halloween.
What?
I know.
So what would you say the difference with moods was from Tuesday to today?
I don't know, like, it's like the Christmas vibe too. Like sometimes you get like a little bit of kind of joy and just, I don't know, just warmth, and then it feels like the community's come together a bit. Because there was that post on Twitter that Yogs posted when they brought me some birthday cakes.
Oh yeah, I saw that video. That was cute.
Which was really funny.
Yeah.
And really adorable. And I don't know, like nice, like embarrassing, but also nice. And I think it just felt like that we had a good. I don't know, it was a nice vibe in the room.
Yeah.
Nice positive energy.
It's good.
And it's not that it's not always like that. It's just not as pronounced every day. I think sometimes we slip into a routine, and it's not as refreshing to try. It's not new. It's not different. It's not interesting. Like this guy, who's obviously, and most guys who are in a routine.
You wake up, you go to work, you come home, watch TV, go to bed.
And trying to break out of that is sometimes, even if it's in his case like negative, like because he said when Dr. Dekker died, he broke out of his routine. It was a difference, but that difference sometimes is enough to make it positive, like in a way, like in a kind of insane way. Like suddenly this is like, oh, thank God I'm not doing it's bad, but it's not a routine.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching Vsauce's Mindfield. So Mindfield is Vsauce's YouTube premium series where he did like 3 seasons of it. It's free now on YouTube, and I recommend you watch it. Stop talking crap. Sorry, I'm going real deep.
No. Oh,
But there's like an experiment where you put someone in a room with like an electric buzzer that will like electrocute them, and like painful.
Yeah.
But there's nothing else to do. And if they're
Okay.
like they will just electrocute.
I mean,
themselves.
everyone will do it, won't they?
Yeah.
Just to see
but
what
like
it's like.
multiple times, even though they know it's like bad, just to not be bored.
Shit, yeah, I guess you probably would. If you're like there for hours, you're just going to be like, fuck it. Wow, that was a buzz. that was a thrill.
Yeah.
That's a change of pace.
So anyway, we'll have
really
a quick break
interesting.
for a cup of tea, and then we'll go and we'll try and play some game. BRB.
Yeah, we're back in a bit.
I need some
Let's
water.
get a
for
cup
my
of tea.
Waffles.
Those waffles. See you in a bit.
Ba-bam! Welcome
Ba-bam!
back, everyone, to the Push and Strangle Detective Agency, where we are not playing a game.
We're not solving any
We are
mysteries.
just,
Just chatting about life.
Oh,
Look at the hearts in the chat. I think it's hearts for you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just in a bit of a weird place. I've got a plan, like a last, because Humble want us to submit all the games for the bundle by next week.
Oh, really? Gosh.
But I'm going to beg him for an extra couple of weeks, and I think I'm going to do a last push. I'm going to reach out to some people I think would be really good and see if we can just do a last thing. But last ditch attempt. I've got a plan, so I'm confident it'll be a good one.
Well, you're doing great.
We've already got good stuff.
Yeah.
But people are so generous as well. Like we've got a lot of very generous people. Anyway, that's. Don't worry about Jingle Jam. It's all fine.
We're doing something Jingle Jammy after this.
Are you?
Are
we?
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
We are.
What are we doing? Drinking? Okay. Okay. I didn't
Do you know what we're doing?
No, I thought I had the afternoon off.
Really? You don't know we're doing this?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I just turn up and I'm told if it's not on my schedule, then it's annoying. Blue's ill today as well. Shout out to Blue Goose. He's sick, sickykins.
Oh no.
It's only his first week here.
Oh no.
He's already sick. He's already taken sick days.
Oh no. Get rid of him.
JK, no, he's all right.
Better.
He's got lots to do. So he's in charge of like making sure people actually turn up on the Jingle Jam.
Oh,
because that's
thing.
a big amount of work for me normally every year. Is like, oh yeah, okay, who's going to be in this?
Who's actually going to come out and turn up?
Yeah, you need to turn up at this time and quickly go in there and like all this stuff. I'm not doing that this year.
Oh, okay.
So that's what Blue's in charge of. He's going to be like milkshakes.
I hope you feel better.
Jingle shake.
We're drinking. I can't believe you didn't know. I've been so excited about it.
Oh, well,
Barely slept a wink last night. So buzzing for it.
Shouldn't have already had the double gin and tonic this morning. Anyway, Kazrak One Eye's been running a quiz.
Ooh.
Shout out to the winners: Surf Duracreft, Bob the Vet Nurse, Drakeguard, Sniper Dude 626, and Nadras, who have expert Yogs knowledge. I want to see your quiz, Kazrak One Eye. Send me the quiz, and I will do it to someone on stream.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's a great idea. Any effort that you put into making anything, give it to me because it's great content. I would love
use it.
We love community. That's what we have relied on since day one.
Community.
Is community-made content.
Yeah.
Always. Helefa has subbed up. Favorite stream, favorite day of the week. Thank you very much. Emma Ann, hey Lewis and Lydia, happy you guys are back to streaming this insane game. Have my money for keeping me company while I'm off sick from work.
Oh,
you scrounger.
What?
Emma Ann, I bet you're not really sick.
What?
I bet you're just slacking off.
She just gave you some money.
JK.
You can't.
I hope you're doing all right.
Thank you, Emma. I hope you feel better
Yeah,
soon.
it's horrible. A lot of people push through, like, and even though they probably shouldn't. You know,
That's the worst thing. If you're sick and going to work, and you get
I
everyone
think
else
there's
sick.
more people who go to work when they're sick than people who skive off.
Yeah,
work.
because there's this spoken, or maybe it's a spoken thing where you just feel like you can't take sick time off work, isn't it? Like you just feel so guilty about it, or like you're going to lose your job or whatever. So you just go in and get everyone else sick.
Well, it's not that. It's just that you're not feeling it. So you know you're not going to be able to like be your right self and work properly. And you know it's just never a good thing. If you're not well,
or work from home.
Stay home.
Work from home, and then you don't have to put clothes on.
Stay home. Hopefully you live in a country where they actually do give you pay.
Yeah, yeah. Sick pay is a thing that not everyone gets. But yeah, getting sick is a bitch.
Hedgehog watched the Poke stream yesterday. How did that go?
Oh my god, I don't want to spoil anything because some people haven't seen the VOD. But let's just say the last 10 minutes was pretty intense. Pretty intense. Oh, hi Peach, how you doing?
Oh, it's Peach.
Hey, are you alright?
Kazrak One Night, big happy birthday to Lewis from All in Chat. Cheers, you guys. Thank you very much. Was I streaming on my birthday? I don't think
you
I
did. No, Tuesday.
But shout out to you. Thank you. A Scarlet Starlet
Whoa.
has donated $150.
Oh my goodness me! Thank you so much. Thank you, a Scarlet Starlet.
Do you reckon a Scarlet Starlet is a little bit like Mariana? She's a
Scarlet Starlet. She's a Scarlet Starlet. Say that 10 times drunk. Scarlet Starlet.
Hey guys, how you doing? Gonna be tired at work tomorrow, but heck it, I'm eating pizza. I'm watching the best duo. Are you up late?
So is this Australia?
Is this from Aussie?
This from Aussie?
From Aussie land. Trifle sounds like it would be cracking next week. It was a bit of a weird, grumpy one. I accidentally went off on a vegan rant. Accidentally. I don't know. If people ask me about it, I'll talk about it.
Were you preaching?
I was preaching.
Were you preaching?
I will preach.
Oh, Lord.
Bit of a weird one. Yeah, we've done some good tips though lately. It's been some nice little tips.
Yeah.
Do you watch Tip?
I do watch Tip.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
It's like the hidden. It's like the
It's
secret.
the hidden gem of Yogscast.
Secret Yogscast.
It's lovely.
But Sips does like his milk. That was very much brought up. I think we just repeat ourselves in Triforce, like the same stuff every day.
Well, I guess you're going to run out of stuff eventually, aren't you?
Anyway, thank you very much.
just
Liz, I just finished the Pokevod. I hope you're okay. Scarlet Starlet.
Thank you, Scarlet
Well,
Starlet.
you've got to encounter difficulties, or else you know.
It's a really stressful stream because you get so attached to these bloody Pokemon. It's really upsetting when they die. Really upsetting.
Personally, I didn't think this is from Cream Cups. Personally, I didn't think the shapeshifting detective was much good. Disco Elysium may be a bit too slow, but I would suggest Simulacra.
Simulacra.
It's very fun. Oh my gosh, on Steam.
Copies it.
It's only $4 and it's overwhelmingly positive. Okay, I will check that out.
Overwhelmingly.
Oh.
Oh, it looks like someone's. Oh,
does
it's a
look
dating
good.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll look at that after we're done with this then. In that case, Cream Cups. Good suggestion.
Thank you.
We still got to do the other game.
We've got so many
which
games.
we were going to do. Which I
Yeah.
forgot.
Oh, and that Psycho
Yeah.
thingy.
Keyston. Love you guys, but I usually miss the streams because I live in America. Now I'm working night shifts, so I get to come home from a long day, work, relax, and enjoy the stream. So
thank
what?
you,
So you
Keyston.
get home at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Put on the stream,
So-
and then sleep at like lunchtime.
God, yes. If we start at 11, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, I guess depending on where you are in America.
Keyston, you could just relax and watch the VOD, like all of the cool VOD squad viewers out there. Shout
goblins.
it if you're watching the VOD back now.
Hello from the
This
future.
is hello
Past.
from the past.
From the past. Hello to the future.
Hello to future you from past us.
I hope the future's nice.
Yeah, I'm sure. Jack says Lewis doesn't understand women. What gave you that idea?
What? Have you not seen his graph? This man knows what he's talking about.
Mr. Dangus says, watching Lewis ranting about basic human interaction for 40 minutes while poor sweet Lydia has to endure his madness may well be the most Lewis moment of 2019. I'm glad you got to see it, Mr. Dangus.
Thank you.
Horse Chores says, hey Lulu and Lydia. Don't know if you remember me, but a couple of weeks ago I asked you to choose my username.
Horse chores.
Horse Chores.
Yes.
It is good.
It's good. I like it.
It's like getting the hay out with a fork, rubbing them with the brush.
Getting the sugar cubes.
Like making sure their shoes are all nice.
Yeah, shine them clean.
I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Horse Chores.
Wait, you didn't read it all.
Oh shit, did I?
I do.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
He said, I think he said happy belated birthday.
He says, my friends got such a kick out of it. Thank
A
you.
kick, like a horse kick.
Yeah.
Hope you had an awesome day. Thank you, Horse Chores. I did. Sorry, I cleared that a bit too soon.
It's an eager
Welsh
beaver.
Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Any updates on my mystery? Of course, Welsh Laura emailed me details of her
Really?
great uncle, and I was gonna start. I thought if I ever get time, I'm gonna go on like I'm gonna do like
Get hacking.
if,
I'm in.
If ever we get in contact from like the BBC or whatever,
Yeah.
about like with their because they search for like hidden relatives and
Missing
stuff like
peoples,
this.
yeah.
I want to like go to those libraries and look up names in a
Oh,
book.
let's make a documentary. We'll
Yeah.
go to Australia, free trip.
Lewis
go find
and
our
Lydia's
uncle.
documentary.
Yeah, that's a great name.
That's my dream, Welsh Laura.
We'll find missing people. Yeah, who wants to fund that? Can we get some funding?
we need some.
Let's-
We need a Patreon.
Let's pitch to the BBC.
But
Thank you, Laura.
It's more that I just need the time to be.
That does
but
sound. You're never going to have the
It's one
time.
of my like. I would love to be like a genealogy detective.
I don't
Drunken
know.
detective.
What is that? Finding lost people?
Yeah.
Family members?
Like discovering, like looking into
through
like
family
history.
trees and things like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Because I reckon if you had his name, you could like look on like birth certificates and death certificates and like marriage certificates. You could find out where he was married and what his job was put down as, and that might lead him to a place. And then you can see if he still lives there. You look at the phone book.
It's like that TV show that does cold cases. You know the one. Not Wire in the Blood. What's the one that looks at cases from like years ago?
Well, I mean, obviously, Who Do You Think You Are is the one on BBC.
What? No. What's it called? It's got that man in it. You know the one. I've got to look it up now. You know what I've started watching recently, which I've never watched before? Talking about murder mysteries. Jonathan Creek.
Oh, Jonathan Creek is great.
It's so cheesy.
It's really great.
It's so cheesy.
It's very funny though.
It's so funny and so silly, but I am really enjoying it. But I can't believe I've never watched it before. But
I watched it when I had no internet. Because when I moved into my house in Reading, I had no internet, and I just went through all the DVDs of Jonathan Creek every day.
Got them all from the
I
charity
really
shop.
liked it.
It's wholesome murder.
Kind of
it's
like
wholesome
background
murder.
viewing, isn't it? It's not serious stuff.
Yeah, I'm like on my phone and I have it on in the background. But I love the magic working out how they did it.
They always because he likes these closed door locked room mysteries.
Doors
Like
mysteries.
someone was killed in a locked room. It's always some bullshit like they put a key through the door with a string on it and then pulled it off and then pulled it under the door again.
And they had 2 minutes exactly to do it, but somehow they knocked it out of the park.
Or they had like a candle that would have the when it burned down to a certain level, the window would swing shut.
It was incredibly
It's like someone committed suicide in a room, but like there was some problem with it.
But they used an ice block, and the ice melted and then drained away, and then blah 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 blah.
That's why there was a wet stain.
There was a wet stain, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I like it. It's it's
Wasn't
no
there
Poirot.
one with like a hidden like murder room? Like there was like a mansion, and people went missing in the bed, and it turned out that their bed like slid down in like Wallace and Gromit style into like a murder chamber or whatever. But it wasn't. Yeah, like
I haven't seen that one
all sorts
yet.
of weird stuff.
I was watching The Skeleton in the Garage, and I was like, I've got to find the name of that TV show just because I have to. But yeah, let's talk to this man. Should we talk to this man?
So this man has mental problems, or at least problems in his life that we may be able to help with. So we can talk about his dead girlfriend, which is obviously a tough one.
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about that.
Thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
We gave him dating
Did we?
advice? Okay, cool. What was that? What was his date?
I don't remember.
I signed up for a dating website. It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I message something they don't like, I change it when the day replays. It's not very honest.
He's Groundhog Daying the dating.
So
he thinks that because he thinks that maybe he
Waking the Dead. Sorry, TV show's called Waking the Dead.
Maybe. So he's on dating sites, and obviously his whole thing is like, oh, she messaged me.
Yeah.
It didn't work. I'm going to change it the next day, right? Groundhog Day style.
What, she messaged me, it didn't work?
Well, no, because she messaged me, I messaged her, and I was like, I tried to chat up line, it didn't stick.
Right.
So he's chatting again. But maybe what he's doing is he's just thinking that all women on dating sites are the same.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Because it's all faceless, isn't it?
Right.
It's
so
like
he's like, it's just the same thing happening over
blonde,
and over
brunette,
again.
Blonde,
They
brunette.
just keep messaging me non-stop. Just all these big titty blonde.
He needs a woman in a
brunettes.
red dress to break him out of his cycle. It's a Matrix reference. Do you know about the paper spike?
I didn't notice Dr. Dekker had a paper spike. I haven't really seen more than a foot in front of me since Hannah died.
So he doesn't know nothing
He's
about the paper spike.
very depressed with PTSD.
Anyway, why do you not
If I'm
think
being
dating is honest?
I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here.
You seen Titty McGee? She's sexy.
The friendly redhead with the accent.
Am I right?
So he's noticed Mariana.
Yes. Who wouldn't?
I burned the photos of Hannah.
Oh, we burned the
told
photos.
him, didn't we?
I suppose because the loss was superficial.
Photos or the
The
rocking
next thing I
chair.
burned was the rocking chair. That worked.
Oh.
I've been getting rid of her
Did
stuff ever
burn the
since.
rocking chair.
There was a day when I attacked a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
Huh.
So he burned his memories of her to try and give himself some moving forward.
Break the.
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up.
Oh, he put a diary in the bin.
Oh, what? Her personal diary? Put it in the bin?
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me.
Oh.
That she was going to break off the engagement.
Oh, no. Oh,
She didn't love me anymore.
what salt to the wounds. She's
Fucking
already
hell.
dead, and then you find out she didn't love you anymore.
It's like she's breaking up with him brand
I
new.
know, breaking up with him from the grave.
It's like, when did he find out though? this? Do you know what I mean? When did he find out that she was? When did he find this out? When did he find this out? Because maybe this made him snap.
Maybe. What? Snap and kill Dr. Dekker?
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long.
Yeah.
I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now.
Oh.
If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
What? He'd still kill her? Jesus Christ.
So now he's thinking... No, so now, well, this is mental.
This is really mental.
Basically, what he just said was...
I'm glad she's dead.
I would kill her just as... I'd deliberately kill her now.
What?
There was an accident before, but now he's like, if she doesn't love me, I'd kill her.
I'll kill her. God, what a nutter. That's horrible.
Well, I think he's
just angry.
I think
isn't
he's
he?
angry because he thinks that losing her was losing the love of his life. And when you lose someone that's so cut off, they're permanently frozen in that beautiful state. And you really, it's terrible to deal with because you envisage your whole, they're never changing.
No.
They're never getting old. They're always permanently fixed in your mind as this person.
Perfection.
And they're full of like potential too.
Yeah.
And it's associated with you. You're lost in the idea that they're always going to be this perfect. They're always going to be obsessed with you. They're always going to love you. They're always going to be the perfect wife. You're going to have the perfect kids. They're going to be the perfect mum. They're going to be the perfect grandma. You're going to do perfect holidays. Everything, and you're going to build up this idea in your head that you have this. You've lost this everything. You've lost an entire lifespan, and it's incredibly crushing for obviously this guy, and I'm sure it's terrible for other people too. But what he's suddenly been confronted with here is the rug has been ripped out from under him, and it's and he's feeling betrayed.
Yeah.
He's feeling like I had like almost angry at her because there's no one else to be angry about.
No.
You know, because who else can you be angry about? Like, you know, he's very frustrated because he feels like maybe if it'd been a couple more weeks and she'd broken up with me and then we'd had a car accident, like maybe I wouldn't have felt so much. It's kind of horrible to think like this, but maybe like he wouldn't have felt so like he'd lost as much.
His perfect reality. And also he probably feels like like you just said, like wasted so much time like mourning for her. Like not wasted, it's not wasting, but like being so sad about their love that never was when it turned out it wasn't there anyway.
It's kind of a cycle though, like he's angry about the time he's wasted losing her, but now he's wasting even more time being angry about that.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be wasting even more time feeling bad about being angry about being bad about like it's just this cycle of horror.
It's horrible. It'd be like, I think I've seen, movies or whatever where the partner dies and then they find the letters and they've been cheating. It's like, what? I can't even imagine how you emotionally process that. Not only have you lost them, but you also find out that they were betraying you. So like, what? How does
you go mad, Lydia?
Yeah.
You start like drinking vodka.
You start
walking into the sea,
getting all scummy.
Or you start getting an extra hour of the day, and
Yeah.
going across the road and taking pictures of your
naked neighbours. Like, it's so fucked up.
I've told you all I know
What else do
about
you know?
Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
What kind of problems was he giving you?
I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Yeah.
I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power.
See, here's the thing now.
Ah, curse. Well remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him.
So did Dr. Dekker just carelessly say that as a sort of metaphor? Or did he, do you know what I mean? Did he just, was it just a careless turn of phrase that led this seed to be planted in his mind that then manifested into madness and spiraled out of control? You know, I guess this is the thing, when you're a psychiatrist, you have to be careful what kind of advice you give because people might interpret it wrongly. Language is very loose and people will interpret things differently or in ways that they think will be to benefit them.
But he also gave him a pill with a skull on it and said, take this to stop So it's a little bit more, a little bit more
I
complicated
didn't want to
than
believe him.
a turn
I
of
remember I
phrase.
said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration.
Right, a demonstration.
What
He
demonstration?
held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame. And then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere.
That is some high quality.
And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Do you think hypnotizing works? Not hypnosis. Like, I've started listening to a thing before I go to sleep, and I'm wondering if it's working.
Right. Tell me more.
No, it's all that stuff that you listen to like 20 minutes before you go to sleep, and it helps you with this and all these, makes you a better person and helps this and helps that. And has anyone ever tried that before? Or do I sound like a crazy person now?
Well, first of all, hypnosis does work and is a thing, but you have to be open to it. People have to believe.
You have to believe it's going to happen.
Kind of,
does that not just make it a placebo?
Partly, you have to want it to happen too.
Yeah. I think it's just a big old placebo, because you're like, whew, I've listened to this. It's like, I don't know, it's like that Simpsons episode where he tries to listen to the tape to make him lose weight, but he accidentally listens to the one to teach him like really good vocabulary, and he suddenly starts saying all these cromulent words.
Perfectly cromulent words. Yeah.
Like, is it working, or is it just because you believe it's working?
Yeah. Well, I think there is a lot of evidence to show that hypnosis does work for certain people and can help with certain things, but also not with other things. And I think it can be quite dangerous in the wrong hands. Yes, hypnosis is a thing which I honestly am not. I'm very ignorant about it. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not gonna really propose anything. But yeah, like I think just
people use it to like stop
it's not
smoking.
Like telling you to kill anyone.
No, yeah, stop.
Okay.
Strangling.
So
stop.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
Right, she pretended like... Okay. Why did you...
He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore. So I got basic therapist.
This is a bit weird, isn't it? What are people saying in chat?
Okay, interesting theory by Cam. What if Dekker killed himself? What if he stabbed himself?
With the paper
With
thing?
the paper thing.
Killing
if there
yourself
no
is a
murderer?
thing that's quite... people want to... Well, we can talk about this at another time. This is a very difficult subject.
All right.
But it doesn't strike me as something that he would do, like on a whim.
No.
Like often, like, or maybe I don't know. Maybe
At the moment, I have no idea who did it out of these people.
So I don't think you
not
would
leaning
necessarily
towards
think that
anyone.
stabbing yourself with a paper spike would be a very good way to kill yourself.
I was going to say that, but that musician did it. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? That guy? Who was he? He stabbed himself, which you'd think was just like something you wouldn't be able to do because you'd like stop yourself, wouldn't you? Like it would be one of those things which would be like, like it instinctively you just wouldn't be able to do it. Well, who's the guy I'm talking about? Oh, why do I always know? Can never remember who anyone's called. Elliot Smith. Elliot Smith was a musician who did that.
Stabbed himself with a paper spike.
I don't know if it was a paper spike, but yeah, like
katana?
stabbed himself in the chest or something.
Good lord.
Yeah, and died. I didn't even think you could do that. I mean,
What, physically?
Yeah.
Like you can't suffocate yourself by holding your breath.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you see what I mean.
I think people stab themselves all the time. I don't think that it necessarily. I just don't think it's a very. I don't want to really be a slow, painful bleed out with a lot of pain and horror. I think if you paper spike yourself, you might just end up really hurting yourself and then be like stuck there for
bleeding out for ages.
Anyway, that's a discussion for another time.
Yeah.
What is a
He
basic
told me
therapist?
lots of people get depression. To become more active, see more people, And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
Right. He said he wouldn't always be there to listen. He said he wouldn't always be there to listen. Does that mean that...
Well, he was quitting,
Does that mean that he knew he was leaving? Or he was committing suicide?
But that could just be because he wasn't going to be working there anymore.
Do you know Jaya well?
I talked to her quite a lot.
He doesn't
I'm not
fancy
sure how
her,
many
though.
days
He
of
fancies
fancies
Mariana.
She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker.
See, here's the thing. Here's a question. If Mariana wasn't there, would he fancy her?
Jaya.
When presented with like multiple choices,
yeah,
does the choice change? Like, if Mariana's there, obviously he fancies her. But if she says she's not interested, does he then default to the next? Does he default to? See what I mean? How does it work?
Probably, yeah. I mean, if there's someone that is literally the opposite of your type and your personalities don't get on and all that, then you're never gonna like them.
But if she's your second choice,
then yeah.
Is that always going to be a problem?
What do you mean a problem?
For you, like thinking, she was my second choice. If she didn't exist.
But that happens quite a lot, though, doesn't it? Like you can't get with someone you like, and then you have the next person. I mean, no, that sounds horrible. But you know what I mean? Like there are going to be these like people that you really, really like, and then people that you like but not as much, and then This
seems like a starey kind of guy, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of guy.
Am I? No.
Anyway, why were you scared of
I was
Dr.
scared
Dekker?
what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along, keep coming to the sessions, pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again, but I couldn't talk to him about it.
Reaching versus settling.
So Nathan says that Dr. Dekker had a session with him where he showed him a flame on his hand and told him to cursed him to repeat the same days over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But then he hypnotized him to say, you're going to forget everything. He didn't forget everything, but he carried on going back to Dr. Dekker, but didn't tell Dr. Dekker that he was repeating the same days and didn't tell Dr. Dekker that he remembered the flame because he didn't want Dr. Dekker to find out that he remembered the weird moment
weird stuff that he'd been doing
when he'd been hypnotized. Now, this moment where Dr. Dekker showed him a flame, I don't even know where to begin trying to explain that. What was that all about? Like, what was that? Did he just trick him? Like,
is this going to be like? There's not going to be supernatural elements to this, is it? Everything's got to have a rational explanation.
And here's the question: did you kill Dr. Dekker to undo the curse?
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I wanted to be as far away from him as possible. I don't know who did.
Right, so that's his motive. Right? His motive is kill Dr. Dekker to undo the curse.
Click on the pencil. Chat's really desperate for us to click on the pencil.
Nathan says he talks to Jaya a lot.
Right.
I should ask her. Yeah. So don't worry about this.
Okay.
Mariana's motive is that she probably...
It could have been money issues.
It could have been money. Yeah. It could have been a jaded lover.
Yeah.
Could have been anything. He obviously spent time with her for personal reasons.
They went on a date.
We don't know.
So Dr. Dekker didn't know that Nathan was repeating every day. So what was Nathan saying when he was going back all the time then?
He just said he was depressed.
He was depressed,
and that's why he said, Nathan, you can just be with Jaya now.
Yeah.
I've cured you.
Yeah, right, okay.
You've just got depression. But he said he got a lot worse. Right, let's ask Miss Dr. Death Lady about what she's been up to. So she obviously kills old people.
Fine. Works fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's Terry. Oh, you'd be pleased to know I don't have the locket anymore. I gave it back. All of it. Every single keepsake.
So that's what killers do, don't they? They keep a memory.
So first of all, what we should know about Ellen is that she works for a nursing home, like end-of-life care. She deals with old people. People die in her presence, but she seemed to be savouring the joy a little bit too much.
Yeah, she was pretty into it.
Obviously, like, that is weird, but doesn't necessarily mean she's a psychopath. That is kind of a thing that different people deal with different things in different ways. Some people are nervous when they're telling the truth, so other people are not nervous. It basically, like, there's a thing where we assume we can read people's body language based on what way they should be behaving like, but it's not always the case. Anyway, she was keeping these trinkets from people. We said she probably shouldn't. It's a bit creepy.
Bit weird.
And we should give them back, so she has.
Give it back to the family.
I hope it's helped. Maybe it hasn't. We'll find out. So let's ask why.
You told me to.
Yeah.
Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. And what with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch, the ring. But I kept the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me.
Sarah Dekker?
I wasn't supposed to mention her.
Ooh.
Who's Sarah Dekker?
Who's Sarah Dekker?
Is this his
Dr. Dekker's mother.
mother?
She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The plot thickens.
Okay. We can't ask any more about that. So looks like we can read into it though that she was giving end of life care for Dr. Dekker's mum. She tends to work with patients whose families are not really paying attention to them, and that's why they give her gifts.
Yeah.
The idea is that, I've spent a lot of time with this person because the family don't, or the family are dead, or the family are moved away or elsewhere, blah, 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 and I spend a lot of time with them, we come close and they give me a gift. And, and that's normally weird, but kind of not cool professionally. And so she doesn't seem to have learned from it. She doesn't seem to be like, yeah, I understand morally why this is wrong. She's kind of like, you told me to give them back, so I gave them back, but I'm going to keep them in future.
I had no choice,
kind of thing.
yeah.
And she obviously kept this one from Sarah Dekker, which is kind of, oops, I didn't mean to mention it, but I did. Now we can't ask about it, but I guess we will be able to in future.
Once we've done those questions. But yeah, that's interesting. Did Dr. Dekker suspect that she killed his mum, or?
It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
Now, that's not her
Dr.
modus
Dekker used to
operandi.
play with it in our sessions sometimes. Pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. At this bit, here, between his thumb and his finger. He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood, being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
He did like a magic trick. So that's a classic magic trick where you just get a bit of latex and you blend it into you need to do a bit of prep. You can blend it in, like you can put some latex on the back of your arm or your hand.
Yeah.
And just blend it in so it looks like fake, and then you can just put a thing skewer through it and it will look real. And you could even add some like fake blood in there so it does bleed.
Why would he go through all that effort though?
Is she saying that why did he do that? Was it to prove a point? Was it like a shock therapy? Was it something that he thought would open up something, or was this just another bit of like showing the flame? Was the flame thing a magic? Was that some sort of cheaty like sleight of hand that he did? Because that's beginning to I'm beginning to get, the more evidence we get, the more I can kind of join the dots. Because Nathan now is saying he did flame. That does sound like a parlor trick, like a shitty
that
magic
would be
trick.
something that you could fake.
Bullshit. Yeah. I've seen things like just a bit of like whatever that light touch powder is.
Yeah. Also, she thinks she's a shapeshifter.
Yes, of course. She thinks that she can turn into
their family members.
Yes.
Did she turn into Dr. Dekker?
She can pretend to be like in their last minutes.
Yeah.
She can say, I'm just pretend that I'm your daughter and talk to me like I was your daughter. And she's maybe deluded herself into believing that she actually can shapeshift.
She's got like superpowers or whatever.
Why wasn't there any
I was
blood?
a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real.
Yeah, but you're right. It doesn't mean the skin was real, though.
Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said he just thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, maybe it was real and it's weird, or it is in her head, but I'm leaning towards, it not being real.
Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday.
Why? So, Night Joss has reminded us that we've got the autocomplete ones, but we can ask other questions.
Oh, right. Okay. So there
I wonder
is...
if we could ask about what was her name? Hilda? What was her name? Not Hilda. That's Hilda. Who's Dr. Dekker? Sarah Dekker.
Sarah. Oh, yeah.
Could we ask about it now?
Yeah. Who is Sarah Dekker?
Right.
All right. See, so there's a green
Dr.
thing
Dekker's
here.
mother. She was one of my
Died a
first
while
patients,
ago.
but she died a while ago.
Yeah.
What did she die?
Sarah Dekker died.
How did she die?
Sarah Dekker. Your first patient.
I've been a nurse for ages, but I've only worked at the nursing home for the last year. I tend to move around quite a bit.
Because I keep killing her
I
off.
get quite fidgety if I stay in the same place too long.
Got to be on the move if you
Come
keep
in the
killing
mood. The
them.
police are coming for you.
I see. So there you go. So that was, I think, the follow-up to that. So it wasn't really that useful, but yeah, we can get extra info if we think we need it.
It was nothing. I was just trying
I
to
tried
give
to
her
strangle her.
meds. It's hard, you know. I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Fucking hell.
So she's delusional.
It's very borderline, isn't it? Like, you know, it's almost like she's come up with this semi-nice sounding idea, you know, but it just doesn't feel, there's something off about it.
It feels so, like, manipulative and creepy.
It does. It sounds like some sort of weird, unauthorized therapy technique that, you know, is
Should
supposed
not
to
be allowed to do.
Yeah. It's like, so basically she's going to
You know the answer to that,
shapeshift
Doctor.
into the daughter or pretend
What
to
have
be
we
the
been
daughter.
talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better?
So she's going to go up to him and be like, "Oh, Mum, it's good to see you. I've come along." And then she'll be confused initially. She'll be like, "Lydia!" And you'll be like, "Yes, Mum, it's me.
Big Lynch.
And then she's like,
Big
"Oh,
Lynch.
you look different. Oh, yeah, I've done my hair, Mum. Yeah, your face is all different. Yeah, I'd surgery done, Mum. Don't you remember? Oh, no. Well, how are you doing anyway? I'm good, Mum. Working as a nurse in the end-of-life care department. Killing old people.
Can I have your watch?
Mum.
All right.
Can I have your watch? Are you going to kill Hilda?
Oh, yeah.
No. Are you going to pretend to be
That's
Hilda's
the
daughter?
plan. I know. It sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now.
Yeah.
Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes.
Okay.
Pamela Anderson, Pamela Anderson, Pamela Anderson, Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
Pamela Anderson.
Okay, eyes closed. Oh,
Oh,
what happened there?
shit.
What happened there?
Her face just went all weird.
It
Did
did,
you
didn't
see?
it? Did it look to us like a skull?
On the bright side, that probably means you're not going to die anytime soon.
Oh, good.
It only works on people who are going to die?
That was like was that a skull? Rewatch that question back. Yeah, let's rewatch it back. I want to see.
That's the plan. I know. It sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them?
Pamela Anderson, 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 Pamela Anderson.
Does Pamela?
Oh, it didn't do it then.
It didn't do it. You didn't see Pamela Anderson. There was
this
no
is on the
Pamela
video
Anderson.
footage because we're filming this. There's no evidence on the footage. We saw it. It was entirely in our heads.
On the bright
Lines
side,
and skull in our
that probably
heads.
means you're not going to die anytime soon.
Oh.
Tits didn't get bigger either. Terrible shapeshifter.
It's tricky.
Do you say any magical
I'll
words?
sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, "It's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum," or "I love you, Dad." But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
Would you want that?
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yes, exactly. Maybe that's quite nice. You're on your way out. She starts singing a little bit of Whole New World from Aladdin. Lovely. Give her your watch, pop your clogs, done.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. It's very tricky, isn't it? Very tricky.
And then I smother them with a pillow. Yeah.
Why bother shifting if they know
Does
it's
it really
true?
matter if it isn't the truth?
Do they know it's
Isn't
not
it
true?
worth it if it
I guess
brings
they
them
do.
peace?
Well, I guess if they're like
Tell me honestly,
dying,
Doctor,
maybe they don't really know what's going
do
on.
you really think that what I'm doing is wrong?
Yes. Yes.
Probably, yeah. I think.
Yes.
It is. I think it's not. I think when you attach this shape-shifting delusion to it, then it's a problem. I think if you go in knowing full well, and they're perfectly like, if you talk to these old people and they're like, yeah, I know that it's not my daughter, but it was nice to think about what she would have said if she was alive or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Or if she wasn't in Australia, if she had more time for me. You know, I don't know, like.
As long as but it's a hard one because they're dying anyway. So why not give them that one last nice?
Okay, here's a proposal.
Okay.
I think this is like a Black Mirror episode, isn't it?
I do.
But like, imagine like you're in a computer. Your brain is like in a computer. And you like had like another, like in Blade Runner or something like this, and another like a simulant woman or whatever was like kissing you. Oh man. Okay, your boyfriend is in a computer. Oh god.
What? What's happening right now? I'm in a computer and I'm making out with a robot lady.
I'm basically saying, like, imagine it's like a surrogate, isn't it? The point is
Okay.
that she is like a shell representing these people's
Oh.
children, right? And doing it as a surrogate. And
Right.
So imagine like if she was in Australia and she was like on an iPad or whatever. And you
Yeah.
just put her iPad. You brought the face of her over
and put it
you were
on
like,
your face.
You're like, and then you touched her hand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm being here.
Yeah. I mean, that's just sort of weird. Just prop it up in front of me.
I know, but imagine we could make it less weird than that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
like less weird, but like at what point?
imagine
How
if
much
that-
less
wait.
weird does it need to be okay?
That could be a loophole to say you weren't cheating. Like you have like a picture of their face, of someone else, like the boyfriend's face on your face. And
Yeah.
then you like give them like a little smooch, but it's like
In the club.
But the person's like, it was you.
Yeah, it was you.
It was you.
You were there.
I was smooching you in the club.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a loophole. Not a good loophole. It's a really bad. No one do that. Don't do that.
Perfect disguise. You kind of look like a bald guy.
With a big nose.
I just wonder, I'm just wondering in terms of like where the line is, and I think the line is here as soon as it crosses over to you, her genuinely believing that she is that person. That's when it's become a problem.
But she doesn't.
If it's like a therapeutic device to like say, okay, you know, I'm gonna put my hand on your hand, but I can't do it because I'm a robot or I'm in a computer or my brain's digitized or I'm dead. You know, but I'm gonna act as a surrogate, like.
I mean, yeah, why not? You're dying anyway. Let's go out on a happy note.
I don't know, like I think it is wrong.
What the fuck is this
So
stream,
you're
honestly?
saying I should let Hilda die without seeing her daughter one last time?
I mean,
It's
yeah.
not her daughter.
But yeah, as long as she doesn't think that she
Yes.
is her daughter.
Let Hilda die alone. Well, when you say it like that,
Well, exactly. Well, I mean, okay, chat. Yes or no? Yes, let Hilda die alone, or no, don't let Hilda die alone. But obviously, no is a bit awkward.
I think that people just need to be more upfront. I
Yes,
think
yes,
you just need
no.
to be like,
Yes, yes,
hey,
yes.
look, I can pretend to be your daughter and we can have a little chat about that. And then, that might help you get some of your feelings out. And it might help, help you be more at peace with reality. And obviously, I can then, potentially share this video or something with your daughter. Like if it's like an approved process, protocol, which is supervised and done in a proper way, and people have done tests to show that actually this does make people happy and people think it's worth it and it's not confusing or damaging in any way to any of the people involved, I think that there's a place for that. Like, I think that you need to have these proper conversations. Like if two people are in the club and it's like one of them's like, hey, do you want to bang? The other one's like, yeah, I definitely want to bang. That's good.
I like how the club is now the go-to analogy for this stream.
Like, or whatever.
When you in the club.
Like consent. I think it's just about everyone agreeing
if they're cool
to this
with it.
And knowing what they're going in with. And I think people are too shy to ask these questions.
So as long as she says, I'm going to pretend to be your daughter.
They're scared that asking these questions, she's worried that saying oh, I don't want to ask outright if you want to sleep with me or whatever, because then you'll say, oh, no, I don't want to sleep with you. Whereas if I don't ask that question, I won't set the mood off weird, or everyone's always nervous to ask about everything. And we have, you have to confront stuff. You can't trick an old woman into thinking you're her daughter.
No.
Because that's not right. This is not the way, this is an okay process, but I think it's approached in the wrong way.
So she could just sit down with her, say, I can, pretend to be your daughter. Would you like that? And if she says, yes, that would be nice, then that's a nice little thing.
And even that's more than what is going on here.
Yeah.
It feels very deceptive.
Yeah.
She's planning to surprise her with it.
Yeah, guess what?
I don't know if I could do that.
Sally's here.
I'd be letting her down. I'd have to think about it.
You can't manipulate other people into your own madness,
I think she might be the killer. There's something about her.
I think that's a dangerous
Actually,
road to
it
go
doesn't
down.
seem like she's been very well.
She's
Not
going to
her
kill
usual
Terry.
self. Maybe she's got a bug or something.
She's going to kill Terry. Maybe Dr. Dekker said
Do you know
stop
what I mean?
killing people.
How delighted she is about it is
That's
sinister.
what I mean. She's getting excited about people dying. I'm telling it. I'm calling it. She killed Dr. Dekker.
At the same time, maybe that's just how she reacts to everything. I think that we don't know. We can't read. We don't know anything about her body language, and just because she's not behaving the way we expect, is necessarily means she's bad.
I think she's I don't know. Something's not right on her. Something's giving me that.
I know. I think it's more in the way she talks than the it's more in the language, the words she says, than her body language. I think. She is some sort of sociopath. It feels like she's a bit sociopathic. Or at least doesn't feel, or doesn't behave like the way you'd expect.
Yeah. Everyone else seems to almost be struggling with what's going on, where she's like, yeah, I love it,
Or at least she's not making any effort to hide her true feelings. I think that a lot of people maybe feel like she does, but they also feel like they should be sad and reverent and respectful and dour about the whole thing. Even if a mortician, right, really enjoys, painting someone's face and popping them in the ground, la 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 la. I don't know, they can't say that to the family.
No.
They have to be like, I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Honestly, this is the best bit of the job.
Do you know what I mean? God, I can't wait to put the makeup on, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you have to get by, you have to at least pretend that you're not a sociopath. Because that's how the most successful ones get away with it.
Yeah.
All the bad guys get away with it by Hitler
Pretending.
and Bernie Madoff and all these other people get away with it because they're charismatic and no
people.
one really believes that they're a fucking complete evil nutcase.
Yeah. Because they get away with it.
They manage to blend in, at least for long enough, that they can get everyone on side. And then everyone's committed at that point. They're like, well, fuck.
It's too late now.
He can't be a nutcase. I'd lose all my money if he was.
Exactly.
Um,
But also, okay, so, all right, bear with me, right? I've got to put on my hat for this, right? Okay. Not only is there just little something strange about her, but she's the only one, what?
Go on.
With a personal link to Dr. Dekker, the mother.
Oh, I see.
No one else as far as where has like a more of a person.
Do you reckon Dr. Dekker might have found out that she was killing the old folks and find out that she killed
his
mother, and he was like in his office fiddling with his paper thingy, and he was like shouting at her, saying, "You killed my mother! I'm going to call the police on you!"
And she's like, "No, I didn't do anything." Hacha.
Hacha, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's her motive.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm saying. Lock that answer in.
All right. I don't know if we want to go through the rest of these. Let's go on to Claire for a bit. So she... All right. Oh, fuck it. Let's just smash through these. Ones. This isn't going to be too bad. Did you talk to Dr. Dekker about Hilda?
Dr. Dekker didn't know about Hilda. I don't think I mentioned her to him.
Okay, so Dr. Dekker didn't know about that. Why did you say I'm not going to die
As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it.
Oh!
I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death. Those seem to be the 3 criteria.
Okay, she was pretending to be the mother for him.
What? Because he was close to death, so it worked.
Yeah, but then she
His
killed him.
mum came in.
Yeah.
You've been a very naughty boy, Dr. Dekker. Showing people your flame and poking things through your fingers. Very naughty. You've been telling people to have Groundhog Days. Very naughty.
Very naughty boy. And then she killed him. She stabbed him because she believes if she does that, if she transforms into their person, she then has to kill the person. She then suffocates the old people or poisons them or whatever. And then she stabbed Dr. Dekker.
It's not her motive, though, stabbing. She's a slow killer.
Yeah, it's true. But maybe she was improvising.
Why didn't you want me to know about Sarah?
It makes things complicated, doesn't it? I knew Dr. Dekker's mother before I started seeing Dr. Dekker. She's dead, and now he's dead. I'm sure you're going to have a field day with it.
Right.
I'll tell you, I'm onto something.
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
What? So you came to have therapy because...
Well, she didn't. She wanted to talk to him about his mum.
Yeah.
But the only way he would talk to her if she had made a therapy session.
Do you know what? That's super annoying. Do you know what I mean? That's like someone... It's like imagine you were met a guy in a club. And he was like, "What do you do, Lydia?"
And he offered me a drink, and I looked at his bald, sweaty, big nose.
And you were like, "Oh, I work as a hairdresser." And
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh yeah, where?" And you're like, "Oh, just around the corner." And then he was like, "Oh great."
I'd love to see you again.
And then and you were like, "No thanks, you're big and bald and sweaty." But then you found out he booked a haircut.
Oh.
Every day.
Oh, that's horrible. But he's bald. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
There's nothing for me to do except shine that head.
And you're going in and it's really quick. It's like £1.50 job. Every day you have to shine this bald guy's
shine
head.
his head for the rest of my life. Oh no. That's
He didn't
creepy.
even need haircuts.
Oh,
he was just
no.
making it up, coming in, giving an excuse.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, that would be really creepy if you had a job. Yeah, which was public facing, and the person found out where you were and then came to your work day.
And this is what's happened here.
Yeah.
Dr. Dekker is obviously, he doesn't want to talk to her. So she's like, well, in that case, I'm going to book a fucking appointment.
But didn't he say, I'll only talk to you
if you book an appointment?
Right. But so he kind of encouraged it then.
Well, no, I think it was one of those things that he wanted her to go away. He was like, I don't want to talk to you about my mother. Go away. I only see patients here, you know. And she's like, well, in that case, I'm going to become a patient.
I feel like it's the other way around.
What do you mean?
Like he was encouraging her to come.
Is it like Twitch? Do we need people to pay us to talk to us? Is that what he needed? He wanted her to
You've got to donate to me
He
to
wanted
talk.
to pay. Yeah. Give me some bits.
Give me some bits and I'll talk to you.
I'll talk to you about my mum. I know you're killing her slowly in the hospital and I'm not going to see her and you're shape-shifting into me. She's shape-shifting into him.
Yeah, that's for her. She shapeshifts into him.
To see the mum.
To see for the mum. I'm choking on my excitement.
And then when she shapeshifts into... And it's like a mirror. He's looking in the mirror. And he thinks he's stabbing the shapeshifter, but he's stabbing himself. This is what you said, right?
What? Maybe not.
All right, let's look into this a bit more. Why did he refuse to talk about his
I
mum?
told Dr. Dekker that his mum was dying, that he should see her before it's too late. But he wasn't interested. It wasn't like he hated her. It was just like it wasn't important. He asked me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant.
You sent Jaya.
Jaya.
What did Dekker
Yeah,
mean by
take care of it.
take
Sounds a
care of
little
it?
bit
The
ominous.
second, third session we had. He said he could tell that I was a good person, that I wanted to help people, and that I should think really hard about how I could do that. That's how I discovered shifting.
So he wasn't doing it before. She wasn't doing it before she met Dr. Dekker.
I mean, I'm glad that it's not killing, that she's not admitting to killing people, you know, or at least like slight. Do you know what I mean? Because she could very easily, that sentence could very easily be, I was looking to help people, so I was going to relieve them from their suffering.
Yeah, took them away from their pain.
I think Dr. Dekker showed me something that was always there. I've always wanted to help people. I hate to see people suffer. I don't think Dr. Dekker made me into a shifter, but I don't think I'd be doing what I do if it wasn't for him.
So he's got this idea into all of their heads.
His mum was one of the first ones I tried shifting for.
Like, he made Nathan believe he was having a Groundhog Day. He made Ellen believe she was a shapeshifter.
I didn't really know what I was doing that first time. I mean, I didn't actually expect anything to happen. I just thought, what would really help this woman? I thought maybe she would just imagine that he was there. But it actually happened. I changed into him, Dr. Dekker. It blew my mind.
You changed into Dr. Dekker, as we predicted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wild. Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Yeah. Is it going to be Jaya? Is that going to be the fucking twist that it's his assistant this whole time? Is she linked to all of these people in some way?
So she obviously, Jaya knew about the mum.
Knew about the mum.
Nathan...
fancied her?
No.
Didn't fancy her.
What did he have to do with her? Something.
Something to do with her, but I can't remember what.
Yeah.
What was his...
I can't remember. Something like that. Anyway, Claire. How are you today?
I've been to the lake house regularly, keeping an eye on David.
Your dead husband.
I saw the girl again.
Still at the lake house.
The one I told you
The
about.
little girl.
She was
Seen her
playing
again.
outside.
You keep seeing the little girl.
So she
Was
thinks
that the
she's...
daughter she never had?
Maybe.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon. I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
Oh, I love her. God, she thinks like a killer because she is one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she did
But
literally
I
kill her
don't think. I
husband.
think she's too smart to have killed Dr. Dekker in cold blood with a.
A frenzied... No,
She
she's
is
too clever
She
for
is
that.
too cunning.
Yeah.
She is definitely not.
She's
the killer.
conniving.
But maybe that's the twist. Maybe we think she was too cunning. Anyway,
Yes, resurrection.
she brought her
But now
husband
that
back
I've
to
seen the
life.
results, I don't think there's anything holy about it.
Is this like Dr. Dekker?
I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from
Like
the
in
dead.
Warcraft.
Exactly. Oh, she didn't have a... What was this about? Ask about the funeral.
He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone.
That's where the gravedigger works.
One of your
Yeah.
other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him.
Bryce, yeah, he buried her.
Bryce.
Buried David.
But didn't Bryce...
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's
Go
also
on.
a gravedigger, I believe.
Wait, I'll say afterwards. Didn't Bryce carry Dr. Dekker's coffin, but say it felt empty? So is Dr. Dekker even dead? Do you remember he said it felt like it didn't feel like a
Yeah,
full
we didn't
coffin?
even know if he was dead or not.
Like, that's weird.
Maybe this whole thing has been a setup.
Maybe it's all a big setup. Like, that's weird.
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult. Unless you pay the right people.
Oh my god. So she's saying she paid Bryce to give her the body before he buried it and
she's
resurrected
She's
him.
got it at the lake house. Oh, she's got his body at the lake house.
I think his brain was already decaying during the week that he was dead. Important bits. So when I brought him back to life, I didn't heal him completely. Just gave him life in the state he was in. I mean, he's hunting and killing things and trying to roast them on fires he can only light with matches, but that's about it. He's your basic Neanderthal. So I have a problem.
The problem?
I'm being charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive, and I can't get David to vouch for me for obvious reasons. I think it would raise quite a few more questions than answers, which is why I'm hoping that you'd be able to help me.
I mean, you murdered your husband.
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder. To lessen my sentence.
She's manipulating us.
Because I'm not a killer.
She's manipulating us.
But I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
I do, yes.
Unfortunately, what we have here is I don't think she was. What her defense is unfortunately wrong. She is portraying the person who did a crime of passion because they were temporarily insane, but then became actually insane. Like you are unfortunately insane. Like now that you believe that your husband was resurrected and is living as some sort of zombie on your property.
Yeah.
That is the defense that you want to use. That you are actually criminally insane.
Yeah.
Not that you were
I was-
temporarily criminally insane, but now are
now
fine.
I'm all right. Or is she making up all this zombie stuff to make us believe she's insane? So we'll have declared her
She
temporarily
is
insane, so she'll
100%.
get off.
Unfortunately, there's
At
no
worst, it's
batting
manslaughter.
around it.
I didn't mean to kill him. I just stabbed him a bit. And although he was dead for a week, I brought him back to life. Does this mean you won't help me? Was I
Unfortunately,
temporarily insane?
there's nothing in the law which says that if he was killed and then brought back, you're not guilty of murder.
It could be a crime of passion because he
not
was
in
cheating on her.
it's not in the
Isn't that
rule
a-
book.
Isn't that a thing in France?
It's not like if you nick something from a store and then bring it back. They'll be like, well, you did
steal it, but you would get let off
But
of it.
you would get like a reduced sentence because you gave it back.
I think. Well,
I stabbed
so
him a bit
it was a crime, like a
to
crime.
death.
So he
I killed him a bit.
just a little.
I shot him in the head a little
just
bit.
a little bit. So she killed him because he was having an affair. So it was like it could be technically manslaughter in the sense it was she didn't mean to kill him. It was like a. Well, I don't know, like a crime of passion, violence. I don't know. Anyway, maybe not. But I think she's making up all this zombie shit like that woman did about the spooky thing that killed her neighbor. I think she's making this all up just so we'll declare her temporarily insane so she'll get away with the murder.
I think we can say, I don't think these are the two options. I think no, you weren't temporarily insane. And with the things you're saying to me, yes, if you genuinely believe those things, I'm going to have to commit you.
Yeah.
Because
you are insane.
You are insane.
You're basically talking about
I'm
zombies.
going to pretend that I didn't hear that. Let's have a few more sessions before you seal our fates. Or is it that you want something else? Like Dr. Dekker did.
What did he want?
Oh. Well, Claire.
Dr. Dekker teased me
do
mercilessly
love
about
money.
my instability.
Oh, she's rich,
He didn't believe
isn't
I'd
she?
reanimated David. Once he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl.
Yeah, who's this girl?
That is weird. The one I keep
He
seeing.
told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house. Just for me. And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris.
Who's Iris?
I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem.
She's dead.
So I agreed. I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted. A temporary insanity diagnosis.
Who's Iris?
Help, I'm scared.
Iris is the girl who David cheated with, of course, because of optician.
The normative determinism, yeah.
What?
Nominative determinism. She became an optician because her name was Iris.
Oh, right, I see. Yes, exactly. And so he's murdered her husband's lover? What?
So Dr. Dekker had the husband's lover locked up in the basement and said, don't worry, can you reanimate her? And she was like, well, I can't reanimate someone who's dead. It's like, that won't be a problem, mate.
I've killed her.
I'll kill her, mate. And you bring her back. And she was like, I don't believe it's real, but I went along with it.
Oh.
It didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her.
Huh?
I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
What the fuck? What
This
the
is so
fuck?
weird. It gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
So Dr. Dekker is talking all this bollocks.
Total
Dr. Dekker
bollocks.
asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house. He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like.
Yes.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Show me the zombie. Yes.
Very well. In our next session.
What, you going to bring him here? You're going to bring him here?
So we're going to go to the beach with Mariana. Going to go see the zombie with Claire. We've got a full diary.
I need some DNA testing on this David. Because if she has got a zombie, who is it?
What, you mean it could just be any decomposed body?
Well, she says she's got a Neanderthal. Like an caveman.
Just goes hunting and tries to set things on fire. But we don't actually know if that's her husband or not.
Where did she get this Neanderthal from?
Oh my goodness me! The plot thickens.
Oh my God.
Got a few things to read out as well. Joey D, Smithy Boy.
Thank you.
Thank you for all for your resubs. Mihu, Raven Ren, Hexed Hero, Wombat Combat, Drebu, those of you. Thank you so much. Michael, that Mad Cat, resubbed. Am I a big boy now, chat? You are a big boy.
19 months, that mad
That's
cat.
a long time. Thank you. And Valmore. Thank you, guys. Do you want to read the horse's chores?
Horsetroll says, thank you for today's stream. I've been struggling with mental health as it's been bad for the last couple of weeks. So it's nice to see some friendly faces. I hope you guys have a good day. Much love. Horse chores.
Thank you,
Love
horse
to you.
chores.
Hope you're doing all right.
Thank you. Love to you.
Thank you very much.
Witchfinder intern.
Witchfinder intern. New to this stream, started watching the other day, but I've been binging the VODs. Love the dynamic, and the games are great when you actually play them. Well, yikes. It's a little bit of a slap on the wrist.
It's like a backwards compliment. Backhand, not backwards. Backhand
Witchfinder
compliment.
intern. Is that like from the Good Omens, Terry Pratchett? Witchfinder.
I don't know.
Is that the one I watched on
know.
Amazon thingy? It was good. I liked it. Weird Sister says, I really need this stream today. Love watching you guys. Really enjoyed seeing Lydia in the main channel video. Yeah, it was good yesterday.
Yeah, the plants, a terrarium. How's your terrarium?
It's good. I need to water it today actually. Good reminder.
How many times? I forgot how many times I was supposed to
Once
water
a week
it. Oh.
with a bottle.
Yeah. Okay. Because mine is got mold growing up the sides.
It's not mold apparently. I've
Oh.
talked to Booth about it.
Oh.
It's like calcium deposits.
The white stuff.
Yeah, I think it is mold.
It does look like mold to me. And the leaves feel really dry. I don't think it's getting enough sunshine. I think I've got to put it somewhere more sunny.
It's like already the competition is hotting up on who's going to die first.
But yeah, I like that video. That was good fun.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Weird Sister. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the subs. We've got loads of subs.
I hunt you.
From
Zigzag.
Themoland.
Himalayan.
I hunt you. 8254. Happy belated birthday, Lulu. Thank you very much. Newton 3. Thank you. Thank you very much. 25 months of Frost Scale with Prime. Thank you. Get your primes in. Much appreciated. Josh the Must. Thank you for the sub. Zigzag. Thank you. Thank you. Rubiox and Sasuel. Thank you as well. And Felpy. Thank you. Lots of subs.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much indeed. Someone asked about Blade Runner. Wombat Combat said watched both Blade Runner films back to back last night. What do you think of them? Cyberpunk in general. I love cyberpunk. I like the setting. I really want to get. I got a board game to play, which someone sent me, a cyberpunk board game. I need to try that out. But it's actually quite complicated. It has figurines. I have to paint them.
Oh, what? That's cool.
It's a lot of stuff to do. I need to do that, and then also I went through and like wish listed like a whole bunch of like cyberpunk games on Steam.
Oh yeah.
There's like loads of them, like kind of like stuff like this, but not super like this.
Yeah.
And no, I really like. I think it's difficult. It's a difficult setting because it has to be familiar enough that we can associate it. Like sometimes sci-fi is too wild and crazy, and fire the tachyons. Like cyberpunk can be a little bit like that when you don't really know the universe well enough that it can be a bit Deus Ex Machina. Like suddenly people can be like, oh yeah, you can just put yourself you can digitize yourself and go through the grid. It's like,
I'm in.
It's like weird. Oh no, there's a bug hunting me. Oh, they've released the viruses. It's all, I hate.
A bit lame.
I hate it in that woolly shit.
Yeah.
But I think when there's like concrete rules, you can have a really cool cyberpunk world.
Yeah.
But not everyone. A lot of people are very lazy with it.
Yeah.
And Blade Runner's okay. I like Blade Runner. It's definitely on the better side of things.
I haven't seen the new or the old. It's on my to watch list.
Yeah, you should watch the director's cut of the original. It's
Yeah.
a little bit. I don't want to say slow, but definitely not like a traditional movie.
No,
so you might. A lot of people don't like the OG Blade
Yeah.
Runner, but I think if you go in knowing that it's going to be a little bit not art house, but like different.
Okay.
I think you'll like it.
Is the new one a bit more like action?
New one's a bit more
that
mainstream.
sexy man in it. Ryan
Harrison
Gosling.
Ford.
No. I mean, yeah. I'll take it. Either or.
Yeah, it is good. It is worth a watch.
Sorry, guys, we have got incredibly distracted.
We did a lot of distractions this stream. We started late. We didn't make much progress, and we
Did a
got
graph.
chatting.
Good day's graph.
Yes. So we will. They're both a bit slow, but
They're both a bit slow. Okay.
but in a good way. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. We're gonna have a break. There is a stream coming up this afternoon.
An art stream with Leo and Nina.
Yeah, that should be really fun.
Yeah, that sounds
so
really
stay tuned
good.
for that. And then I've got to go to something this evening, so Harry might be taking over for me this evening on Lewis and Ben, but I might make an appearance. I don't know. Lots of work to do, lots of things to do. So thanks everyone. Keep yourselves busy. Thank you for all the love and support. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks,
With
guys.
more of this guff.
Have fun at the club. See ya.